Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I am a little bit, I was running out. It's very humid here today. So I've been running around and I'm here in the office. I was going to do things at the cottage today, but I ended up here because I was running around getting groceries and stuff, and I just happened to be closer to home than up there whenever that all happened. So whenever time came, so I'm here. I have some things that I pulled for you all. So yesterday, if you tried to tune in yesterday with us, it was a mess. Let's just say it was not easy going live yesterday. We had a lot of storms, and we have had a lot of storms coming through today. So I'm like knocking on real wood here that everything goes well. Hopefully you can hear me okay. You can see me okay. Hopefully no issues today. We got through the talking portion of our live yesterday, and just about when we started to really show things, we lost our Wi-Fi. Xfinity went out in our area, and we were going to run home, but then our friend Susie, our neighbor here, told us that the power was out in town, so we couldn't even run home. So we switched to cellular, and it worked for a little while. But I think the fact that the internet was out then started overwhelming the cellular networks. And I also heard there were a few outages with various cellular networks around. So we were having a lot of issues with that. It was going choppy-ish for a while, and then it just would not let us do anything at one point. I couldn't even load a web page at one point. So it was really bad. So I had called everything off, and then we got home and the power was on and the internet was on, and we said, okay, let's go ahead. So we did do a very late night live last night. So if you missed it, I know a few people on the West Coast tuned in and hung out with us, so we appreciate that. So we did finish last night's live that we started earlier in the day, later in the night last night. So if you missed any of that, you can go back and check out part 2 of yesterday's. I recapped what was still available from part 1 and also played part 2. So today we have a whole new one. We have a whole new one. I see Norma is here with us. Marianne is here with us. Thank you for being here. Says it's really humid here too, says Norma. Yeah, I don't, we have a lot of storms coming through. It's not that hot here, thankfully. The high was 77 today. It's 73 right now. It says it feels like 75. It feels a little hotter than that, but it is 83% humidity right now. That's really pretty high for around here. 83% humidity. And it feels like it. It just feels wet when you're outside. Marianne has a severe thunderstorm watch again. Yeah, it's I don't know if we have any. I should check that. It looks like we're clear for now. We'll see. Norma says, I saw you come back late last night, but at that point I was having thunderstorms. Yeah, it's wild what's going on. We had such scary weather yesterday. We had hail come through. The skies got super duper gray. The hail was literally coming. I was sitting up here. I was watching out the window. The hail was coming sideways across the house. It was so bad. Susie, hey, Susie says, Ligonier made it on the Pittsburgh news today with all the storm damage. See, that's how bad it was yesterday. We apparently made it on the news in Pittsburgh. It was really bad. There were gigantic trees down on Main Street here. Trees all over were down. Lots of limbs came down. It was really bad. Thankfully, I have to hand it to the crews who go out here in town, in the borough and in the township. They got things cleaned up really quickly. the tree on Main Street, it was a gigantic tree. I saw somebody post that it went down, and then the next post I saw just a little bit later said that the crews already had it all cleaned up. So I have to say thank you to them, and great job. Things in town got put back together pretty quickly as far as I could see. Apparently some trees fell near Giant Eagle, which I have not been down there to see yet. I've not been down on that end of town today, but I hope everybody was okay. Um, I haven't heard of any injuries, thankfully. I don't know if Susie heard anything, but so far, haven't heard anything like that. So I hope everyone's okay out there. It was really bad yesterday. We had hail in our, you could scoop up hail by like the handfuls in our yard for like 45 minutes at least after it happened. So there was a lot of hail that came down. Thankfully, our vehicles seemed okay. It was smaller hail. It got up to about like nickel size. We saw some pieces that were close to nickel size, but mostly dime size hail. And thankfully, nothing up at the cottage damaged or anything like that. It seems like that storm came through very small areas. Ligonier just happened to be one of them. My dad lives in a neighboring town, and he said that it was really bad. They had hail down there too, and there was some property damage and things. So it seemed like it came through in a very specific path. So yeah. Jen's here, says, hi, AG fam. We're having thunderstorms here in Lancaster, PA. Nice and cool out. The neighbors are on their porch with the kids. It got cool for about an hour after the storm last night, and then it went right back to humid. All that ice coming down made it nice and cool, apparently. But it got humid again pretty quickly after. Marianne says the North Saskatchewan River overflowed into one of the main roads of downtown. Ooh, that does not sound good. No, not Saskatchewan. 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 So that's wild. Susie says, I heard that too. I didn't go to the grocery today. I don't believe anyone was injured. That's good. I was gonna run over to the grocery store, but I didn't have to. I stopped at Dollar General for some things on the way home, and they had everything we needed. So that was great. I didn't have to go all the way. It would have just been a little bit longer, but it would have meant I was even later for the live, probably. Oh, Marion says it is Saskatchewan. Okay. Susan's here. Hello, Susan Surreal. Thank you for joining us. Marion says quarter size hail does cause damage to vehicles. Yeah, we didn't get up to quarter size, thankfully. We did not get up to quarter size. We got up to about a nickel. Most of it was about dime size. We had a few pieces that got up to like nickel size. I did not see anything quarter size. It sounded like it. It was banging off of the air conditioners in the windows and some of the windows in the house. You could just hear the hail like pinging off of stuff, and more like banging. It was not a ping; it was a bang. I was worried about some of the windows, especially the windows at the cottage, if it had come through, because our windows at the cottage are old. They are single pane, old windows. But thankfully, knock on wood, nothing happened up there, and we don't seem to have any major storm warnings right now. So that's good. That means hopefully our internet will last tonight, and we'll do okay here. It was a shame because yesterday we had a lot of new people hanging out with us. Our friend Amy, Dominique, they were hanging out with us from the BFF Live, so we appreciate y'all hanging out. Hopefully y'all will join back in at some point. We're very thankful for all of our friends who hang out with us. And Donna's here. Hello, Donna. Says, hope everything is okay from the hailstorm. So as far as what we've been able to tell, there's not been any damage. So that's good. That's good. Some people did have a lot of damage. Andrew showed some pictures. There were some leaves in our flower beds that just got nailed by the hail. There were just like holes through the leaves. It was wild. Sue says, what a scary storm. I'm glad you were okay. Yeah, it was so scary that Like I was up here in the office with Gertie. She came up and sat with, she likes to be with me. And she was hanging out up here with me, and it started getting really, I looked out the window and it was really dark. And I was like, should we head to the basement? And that's when Andrew peeked his head in at one point. He's like, I've got everybody else in the basement. Do you want to come down? And then we kind of looked outside, and it was starting to get light again. So thankfully, we didn't have any tornadoes or anything like that, but it was scary enough that it had Andrew running with the cats to the basement, and me and Gertie almost got grabbed up and ran to the basement too. Hey, Ann, thanks for joining us. I don't know if Andrew's going to join us today. He's not feeling great. The weather has had his head and sinuses in a major funk. He's been having headaches. He wasn't able to sleep much last night. I think he worked a little bit on his paper. If you tuned in yesterday, he was peeling some bark off of, we cut some limbs off of our tree out here, and he was peeling some bark off and putting it in the Instapot to cook it up for pulp for making handmade paper. And I think he was doing some of that last night, but he wasn't able to really sleep much at all. So he slept a little bit today, I think. I stopped at home a few times and checked in, and he seemed to be in the bed. I don't know how much he actually slept, but he's been having major headaches all day. So I don't know if we'll hear from him. He's in between trying to nap and being awake and doing things. So it says, William, I hope you got registered for your class once the internet was back up. Not yet. I don't think so. I don't think we've done that yet. We're still waiting to see if the thing from Andrew goes through or not. It didn't go through the first time. It's one of those payment things. It's like it didn't go through the first time, but it's still, I think, holding on to the money. So we're trying to make sure it doesn't go through. We don't want to pay twice. Can't really afford to pay twice for it. So we're working on all of that too. So we're really appreciative of all of those who took advantage of the Fine Pewter sale. That ended last night. I saw on our Shopify admin, it tells us when there are people live in the store. So it lights up across, it has a globe. We're pretty much North America is where we make our sales, but it lights up when people are in the store. And last night at just about midnight, I saw someone on the West Coast. And it was in California, and I was like, I wonder if somebody is trying to take advantage of the sale. And I knew that the sale was going to end for them, and I hadn't seen anything come through. So I extended the sale until 3 a.m. again last night for those on the West Coast. And we did get an extra order in after that. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you for all of you out there who took advantage of that. That really helps. It boosts everything up. So hopefully we'll be able to get my class taken care of. But still trying to make sure, because with the hold on the money, we don't know what's happening. It's always something. Do you have tornado warning sirens? No, we do not here. People think we do because our fire company, the fire department here in town, has major sirens. So you'll hear sirens going off often anytime there's a fire or they're heading out, they need to call the firefighters in. It's a volunteer fire department. So we have sirens for that. And I think they sound like tornado sirens in most cities, but it is just the fire sirens. We don't have separate tornado sirens, not that I'm aware of, because they would have to sound different than the fire ones. And I've never heard anything different, even though we've had a number of tornadoes come by recently. Marion says we did have a tornado watch listed earlier this afternoon. It is now just orange level severe thunderstorm watch. That orange level is still scary though. Still scary. Susan says everyone is having crazy weather. Sunday's high temperature here was 102, but with the humidity factor in it felt like 121. it was a record. That is not fun. We have luckily been temperature wise not bad. Like I think 89, 88, 89 was the highest. And in the next like 10 days or so, it's not supposed to go above like 85. And we're dropping down to sometimes like mid to high 50s at night. If it weren't for the humidity, it would be nice to have the windows open. There were a few days, was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week. We had the windows open at night because the humidity dropped and we could actually open the windows and it was nice and cool outside and refreshing in the evenings. But the humidity has just been too bad. You open the windows and even though it's cool out, it's wet and it gives your house that damp feeling. So hopefully the humidity will calm down a little bit, but I feel bad for those of you who are getting that kind of heat too. We are not, thankfully. But yeah, we got some yard work done yesterday just before the storms came. And thankfully we got that done because I don't know when the next chance, it's supposed to rain for the next few days. And it has been raining most of today off and on, sometimes much harder than others. A lot of storms coming through. Hey, there's Andrew in the comments. It has been too sticky lately. It's true. It's been very sticky. Donna says, we used to have tornado sirens, but we have so many storms and tornadoes. They're so expensive to maintain. So I have a NOAA weather radio, which wakes the dead plus 2 local weather apps. Yeah, it's, you know, we never had to worry much about tornado warnings here, but it's important that if you live in an area where there are tornadoes often, that you know that they're coming, right? Yeah. I always have my phone on do not disturb, and I don't know, for some reason, some people get those weather notices on their phone. I don't really get them. So I don't know if I turned them off or there's certain alerts that you get, like there's the Amber Alerts. There was a point in time when we would get so many Amber Alerts that I ended up turning them off. And I don't know if I turned off like the major bad weather alerts or if there just aren't weather alerts like that anymore on the phones. I don't know. I feel like there used to be. Susan says we have them. They started out in the 1960s as part of the civil defense system. The Cold War was happening then. So I guess the weather warning was an add-on to the Red Scare. Yeah. Yeah, we have very loud sirens for the firefighters. But nothing for nothing different for the tornadoes. Donna says it was 96 with 108 heat indexes. Donna says hello, Andrew. Susan says the high temperature was better today and the high temps will be in the 70s next weekend. Yeah, we're supposed to be highs in the 70s all this week. Friday is the highest at 79. I don't know what the heat index, the feels like, is going to be, but we're not supposed to get really above 80 until next week. This weekend a little bit, and then next week's supposed to be around the low 80s as a high, but 60s at night. Let's see here. It says our weather alerts on my weather app are just as loud as my weather radio. Yeah, I don't, it'll tell me at the top that there's an alert if I look, but it does not like sound off or anything. So I think I shut that off in settings one time, because a lot of times around here, at least they used to be very wrong. And so the weather alerts would go off and they'd scare you and then you'd end up getting nothing. So I kind of rely on looking out the window. And then if it looks like it's getting really bad, that's when I end up going and checking, manually checking the weather report. But yeah, it's been something else. It's been a day. I've done packing and shipping. I've been working on shipping all day. Thank you all who have, like I said, taken advantage of the sales that we've had recently. I'm working on shipping stuff out. Also getting some live shipments, trying to go out at the same time, trying to, fit a little bit of everything in. And I did some errands today. I picked up some groceries, mostly at Dollar General, but also at the Mennonite stand or the Amish stand. They were out today, so I picked up some carrots and potatoes and some zucchini and some peaches. That's the kind of stuff they had today. They had more, but I was short on cash. I happened by them when I forgot they were going to be there today, so I only had a little bit of cash in my pocket. So I was able to get, the potatoes, carrots, zucchini, and peaches, and I got down to I had 50 cents left, and I wasn't going to buy anything. So that's what I got. Hey, Carly's here. Hello, Carly. Thanks for joining us. Jen's got a big bowl of white cheddar popcorn over there. Nice. We splurged a little bit last night on the way home and picked up some chips, and I got some jalapeno honey chips, which was really good. And then I got some of those, I forget what they're called. They're brownies, but they're super crispy. They're just very thin, crispy brownie bites. They're like little wafers with chocolate chips on them. And they're super good. I try not to eat them too often because I'm not actually in the mood for them very often because they're very sweet, but they were good. It was a good treat. Carly says, "Where's the Mennonite market?" It's one stand, and they set up every Tuesday from I think 2 to 5:30 or something like that, or noon to 5:30, something like that. They set up in the parking lot of what was an old car dealership here. But they rent out that parking lot, I guess, or set up there. And it's only on Tuesdays, and it's one family that comes down and they set up. But they've always got a lot of good fresh produce. And so we grab some stuff. We try and grab some stuff every week from them. I always forget that it's Tuesday, though. Tuesday sneaks up on me a lot. So I always forget to grab some cash usually, but I had a little bit in my wallet, which is rare. It's actually my till money. So that's all I had. So I grabbed a few things. Donna says, I'm going to freeze peaches this weekend. Oh, nice. Have them all year then, right? Brooke's here. Hello, Brooke. Thank you for joining us. Laura's here too. Missed the second try live. Glad to catch tonight. Glad you're here too. Yeah, we did a second try last night, but it was um it was okay attended. We had some people. If you were there, thank you for being there. But and we had some fun. We still had fun. We always do with y'all. But it was nothing like having the number of people that we had earlier. If we could have kept going, that would have been nice. It was nice to hang out with some people we don't always get to see and some new friends, but we all hung out. We had some good AGB fam there last night, so we appreciate y'all jumping on late. Because I think we were streaming until what 11:30 or so, just close to. Wasn't quite midnight because I had time after the live to do my Duolingo. I almost forgot, but I got that in. Probably so. Yes, I know where it is now. You say the old dealership. Yeah, it's right as you come into town, after the soccer field. It's a baseball field there. Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. So how have you all been? I have no idea what we're going to make for dinner, but I'm sure Andrew will be whipping something up if he's able to. If not, I'll be making up something. I don't know, doing something tonight. But he asked me he's got some desserts in mind, apparently. Because he asked me to pick up we got some graham cracker crusts, some sweetened condensed milk, some cream cheese. Normally that's what I make no bake cheesecake out of, but he's also asked for strawberry jello and Cool Whip. So there's going to be something else happening tonight, which sounds delicious. So if nothing else, I guess we're gonna have some good desserts tonight. Susie says, I believe that the cousin of the man that sells the produce on Tuesdays sells out by sheets on Saturday mornings. Okay, I know there was one out there too, but I'm always rushing to the store on Saturday morning, so I never have stopped out there before. But I've heard that they're related somehow. Someone else mentioned that at one point. And apparently it's really good there too. Probably much busier. It's usually not too busy when we go on Tuesdays, which is good. Andrew says, wow, the carrots have stems. Yeah, the carrots are really kind of lush. I think, can you eat carrot stems? I thought you could. I don't know if that's right or not. Or am I thinking of something else? But yeah, the carrots have these long stems on them, and the carrots look pretty nice. They were pretty long this time. They had some ones that were like little shorties, but they gave me the longer batch of the carrots. So I think it's gonna be good. Um, but they looked really good. The carrots look good, and hopefully they have a good taste. I think Andrew was talking the one time about how carrots kind of have little taste lately. They don't taste as good as they used to. So hopefully these will be really good carrots. Marianne's having hot chocolate over there. Nice. Is it cold enough for hot chocolate? I don't know. Um, uh, Anne's having pizza. It's always easy. What kind of pizza? Should I even ask? Is it gonna have olives or something on it again? Olives with blue cheese. I like the blue cheese. The olives, questionable on that. Norma says, I had an Italian sub and chips. That sounds good. We've been hungry for subs lately, but I've been afraid to honestly get any with all the Andrew's not afraid. He's fine. He's like, just go get it. But I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Chiffon pie, asked Marianne. I don't know. I don't know. Donna says that does sound delicious. Lots of things do. I'm hungry right now. Sounds like a cross between a no bake cheesecake and a strawberry salad. I know, Brooke. I don't know what he's planning. The dessert sounds fun, whatever it's gonna be. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be good. And so of course I was thinking about making paper out of the stems, LOL. I'm like, can you eat them? Can we use them to eat? He's like, no, we're gonna use them to make paper. Either way, right? Either way. One, it goes in our stomachs, or it hopefully makes money to put something else in our stomachs later once he makes the paper. Marion says, you can eat carrot stems, but they really don't taste great. Okay. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. Anne says, it has olives, always. Well, at least you never have to worry about me eating your pizza, Anne. Because I can deal with black olives on pizza if they're cut up into little thin, sometimes like the little rings they cut them up into sometimes. I can deal with that. I used to pick those off and then still I could taste them on the pizza. Now I'm at least eating those. Green olives, no way. No way. I don't understand how anybody can do it. But I know there are things that I like that other people really don't. Licorice is one of the big ones. That's a divisive one, licorice. But I love like fennel and the licorice taste and aniseed and all that. Brooke says tonight was spaghetti and meatballs. Nice. Sue says, I need to get to our farmer's market, still leery of bagged veggies. Yeah, that's why we're trying to buy from the farmer's market, get our vegetables there. I mean, we're not buying anything bagged anyway. We generally buy the veggies from the produce section and wash them off good. But sometimes we buy the bagged salads, and sometimes the salads we buy are by the one that they said not to use, and then they said it was okay to use. But yeah, not normally we buy whole produce and cut it up. Yeah. Donna says yellow rice, chicken thighs, and tossed salad. I miss, going to vegetarian. There are things I miss. My mom and grandmother both used to do really good, oven baked chicken. Like you just put it over rice, season it up, put some carrots and potatoes in there or other root vegetables, put the chicken legs on there, the thighs and the legs, and just roast it or bake it. And I miss that. That was a good thing. Kind of like a homey. It wasn't something that they did very often, and I think that's why it's kind of special. It wasn't, it's not quick. It takes a while. And my mom, working mom, mostly supporting two kids on her own, did not have a lot of time to cook. So um, usually things were quicker, but every once in a while we'd have that rice and chicken in the oven, and it was really good. Uh, Marion says, in my apartment, it is cool enough to have hot chocolate. Nice. Keep that apartment cool. Um, Andrew says, I saw a New York Times recipe for strawberry mousse, but I didn't pay for that subscription, so I'm just going to make one up. So that's what we're having. Nice. Carly says, I'm afraid too of the lettuce. I got Jersey Mike's this week and didn't get lettuce on my sub. Yeah, I know. It's a little scary. Norma made it myself, she said, and used hydroponic lettuce. Okay, got your own stuff. Nice. Brooke says spouse usually makes salads to take as work lunches, but the lettuce scare has changed that for now. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we buy those bag salads because they're just a nice addition to dinner. Sometimes they are dinner. Sometimes they're a snack for me or a lunch. But we have not. We've been staying away from that a little bit. Donna says, I buy the whole romaine and wash it really, really well. Yeah. Last night I had veggie pizza, says Susie. Hey, Susie. With extra cheese, olives, sliced mozzarella, and pepperoni rolls. Pizza and pepperoni rolls. That's good. Sans the olives, of course. Andrew said, you love them in Italy. He keeps trying to convince me that I somehow loved olives in Italy. I have never. I felt so bad. I've told this story once or so before, but when I was in college, my teacher asked if I would stay with her in-laws in France for a little while and help them learn English while they helped me learn French. And so I said, heck yeah. After I talked to my family and my whole family pulled together, they were helping me go. And so I was very lucky to be able to do that. It was the first time I had ever flown. My very first flight was out of Johnstown Airport I think it was Johnstown to Philly, and then Philly to Houston, and then Houston to Paris, Charles de Gaulle, I think. There might have been a New York flight in there somewhere too. I can't remember, to New York. Maybe that was on the way back. But yeah, my very first flight was a little plane out of Johnstown to an international flight, which was scary enough. And then I was flying by myself into a country that I was in 100 level classes. Like, I barely spoke French. Let's just face it. I had a few semesters flying into a country where I flew into Paris. I had to find the train station and get a ticket on the train to take the train all the way to the south of France. And so it was a day. Like, it takes 8 or 9 hours to fly there. I got there, I think, I wasn't staying over in Paris. So I got there during the day at some point at time to find the train station. I think I got a taxi and fumbled through getting to the train station, and then found help to get a train ticket to get to the south of France, Cuxac d'Aude, which is where I was staying with them, and they were picking me up at the train station. And it was a day. It was a long day. They picked me up. They didn't speak they didn't speak any English. I spoke a little bit of French. I spoke enough that, like a few years of French in college would get you, um, which is like beginner French. And we fumbled our way through, got to their house, and they had a lovely, welcoming champagne for me, which was really nice. And they had olive loaf. Um, and so um, I had to try to eat the olive loaf without making any terrible faces because I hated olives even more back then. I've chilled out a little bit in my age, but back then I did not eat olives. And so I ate a piece of olive loaf, mostly following every bite with champagne um, to clear the palate. And then I was like, oh, I finished a piece. And they immediately cut me another one and set it on my plate. Like I couldn't even say no. I couldn't even explain. And I didn't want to hurt their feelings because um, I think it was homemade. So I had to eat another piece of olive loaf. Um, and then I was okay. Then I stopped. That was right. But I will never forget that. It was super sweet of them, but it was a very interesting time. Susie had rotisserie chicken tonight. Nice. Donna says, nope, not a fennel fan. Um, let's see here. I'm the only one in my family that likes mushrooms on pizza. Oh, I love mushrooms. Love, love, love mushrooms. Put mushrooms on everything. Anne says, I'm just living dangerously and buying packaged romaine. That's Andrew. He's like, just get it. It'll be fine. We're fine. Marion says, one of the makers of bag salads in the US and Canada pulled their products. Yeah, there was Taylor Farms, I think it was. I think they're from Canada. They're some of the ones that we buy here. And then, yeah, I, they pulled stuff, I guess, and there were people were talking about it. And then I guess a representative met with our government, and then suddenly they said everything was fine. They did a report and said everything was fine. And maybe that was the truth. I don't know. I don't know what went down. There's a lot of, a lot of things swirling around all of that, but we still have not bought any yet. Honestly, I never buy the bag stuff. I buy romaine lettuce whole. We often buy the bag salads. When we buy lettuce, we buy by the head or by, whatever. But if we often do buy those bag salads. Donna found a super easy crock pot recipe for chicken thighs. Crock pot chicken is good too. Anne says, and I just checked the brand I buy. It's Earthbound. That is one of the mentioned brands. Oh no. Susan says, just wash the heck out of it. Yeah. Wash it really good, right? Marion says, I had a bag salad with pork for my main meal. Andrew says, your face lit up with joy eating them. It did not. It did not. No. If I remember correctly, the trade was a massage for eating the olives. So I got through the olive for that. If my face is lighting up for anything, it was for the shoulder massage. Let's see here. Dressed up bag salad was my go-to for quick, nutritious dinner. Hope this situation gets resolved soon, says Susan. I know, right? Susan says, you are in Canada, Marianne, more sanity in your neck of the woods. Well, that may be true. We do have some of the same products that are of concern and a few questionable politicians too. Yeah. Yeah. Marianne says, yes, Taylor Farms. That's what I thought. Susie says, do you keep in touch with your family in Paris? The ones in the South, we lost touch over time. And I had contacted my old professor a few years ago and learned that the husband Jacques had passed away. He had been through cancer surgery. They were both doctors. I think he was an adult doctor. I think she was a pediatrician, and they were like traveling doctors. So they would travel to people's houses there. Um, but he had had cancer at one point in his life, and he had a major operation where they went in and just pulled pieces of cancer out of him from all different locations, and he was healing fine. But I think when he finally did pass away, I think it was just age. But Janine, she was still alive at that time, and I was going to get in touch, but it felt like it's one of those things when it feels like you've been out of touch for so long, it feels weird to get back in touch. And it probably would have been nice, it probably, been okay, but I also have lost so much of my ability to speak in French and write, especially in French, that I don't know that I could have gotten much out. Um, I guess it would have taken a lot to do that, because he spoke a little Spanish and he spoke French, of course, and so we could converse because I had some Spanish too, but she only spoke French. I will say when I left there, my French was very good. It was very good. But after so many years knowing that she didn't speak English, it would have been very difficult. And it just felt weird, I guess, you know? Um, but yeah. Um, Andrew said it's chanterelle season and my local hookup isn't selling them this year. Oh no. Donna says, yeah, Taylor Farms, they sell that in our local Walmart. That's where we get it too. So some other brands use the same supplier of bagged salad, says Jen. And Susan says Taylor Farms makes both Trader Joe's and Earthbound. Sad. Marion says I suspect Taylor Farms makes our house brand as well. Susie says I'm bought a few pre-made salad bowls. Say if I get sick, hopefully I'll lose a few pounds. Yeah, be careful. You feel it. Take care. Um, let's see here. Starting Wegovy tomorrow, no more trips to the grocery store. I don't know what Wegovy is. Andrew said, that's your anxiety talking. I'm sure she'd appreciated a postcard. Bonjour. Probably would have been nice. I don't know. This was years ago, and I don't even know if she's still alive or not. But yeah. Yeah. And let's see here. Hey, Leslie, thanks for joining us. How are you today? Yeah, so that's what's going on here. Lots of stuff happening. Tomorrow, remember, the live will be at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We will be going in the afternoon so that I can go to my pottery class. My pottery teacher is off taking a class up in New Jersey, where Andrew just came back from, up at Peters Valley. So we will have a different teacher tomorrow, and that's the hand building teacher. So who knows what I'll get into tomorrow. Yeah, but that'll be the live, different time tomorrow, different time. Don't worry, I'll gently bully you into writing one, says Andrew. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't even know if I have the address anywhere. And I don't even know if the professor is still professing. I'd have to check on that too. They were linguistics professors, and I don't know why, for some reason I thought I was going to do a master's or a doctorate in linguistics. That was kind of what I was either going to be linguistics, or I was looking at comparative and medieval literature. But I really liked linguistics, and for some reason, and to this day I don't know why, but I applied to other schools for linguistics, and I don't even remember checking to see if I was accepted, to be honest. I applied to other schools, and I never applied directly to Penn State, where I was going, to just join their linguistics program. Probably could have gotten in because I already had the in kind of there. And I don't know why I didn't. I have no idea to this day. I think it just came down to I kind of knew that, it would be more of a possibility. And I kind of wanted a break. And I thought I was going to take a break and possibly go back, but then I never went back. I went to New York City instead. My friend was already living there, and he's like, I know you always wanted to be here, so just come on over and get yourself started. So I did that. And Andrew says you were destined for me. I think so, because if my friend had not moved to New York City before me and had not pulled me there, I probably would have stayed home. I probably would have at some point then tried to go back to school. And it probably would have been back there because I would have had a kind of I don't want to say easy, but I would have kind of had an in especially with the linguistics program. And when I was young in my life, I always talk about this. We have a small business now. I always talked about my cousins and I played small business together. And I always thought I would have a small business. The other thing we also always played was classroom and professor, like college. And we'd pretend that we were teaching a class. And that was the other thing that I thought that I might do in my life, was become a professor. So, yeah, it's kind of like it was going to be one of those two things. And had I not gone to New York and then met Andrew and we did this whole thing together, I probably would have stayed back home and then ended up probably taking a year off, but trying to go back to school again. Oh, Leslie's tired. I feel that a little. Feel that. I'm doing okay today. I'm not drinking enough water lately. I have noticed that my lips are getting dry, and I've only been drinking like one of these a day. And in the summer, that is not enough, especially with this humidity. Marianne's going to be at the dentist tomorrow. Sending you good thoughts for is it just a checkup, or you got something going on? Hopefully it's just a checkup. Donna said, I would try my best to catch the live tomorrow, but I have a crazy busy day. It's all right. We hope you can be there if you can. Sometimes the afternoon lives go wild and there are lots of people watching, and sometimes it's like 6 of y'all. So whatever happens, we're thankful for it all. I would love to have like 40 people, 50 people watching all the time. That would be nice. That means that we're actually, it means that we're doing something that's catching people and wanting people to watch, or people are wanting to watch. We love hanging out with y'all. It would be nice to see the numbers go up a little bit over time, because that means that we're starting to, pick up some momentum that we've been trying very hard to do. But that's why we ask y'all, please share. I'm going to say that now. Please share. Please hit those thumbs ups. Thank you all for commenting. You all been commenting great today. I appreciate it. We're at a higher number right now than we normally are to get started with things. So I appreciate that. The comments really, really help. Andrew said that's like if I went to Virginia for grad school. Yeah, we could have totally missed each other very easily. Because like I said, if my one friend had not gone to New York, I doubt that I would have jumped and gone to New York. It was only because I had a place to land. He was like, just come, stay here with me until you get a job. And then once you get a job, you can figure everything out. But he gave me a place to stay while I was looking for a job. I had a job within the first week of being there, which was good. I started applying before I even left and had set up some interviews for when I would arrive. But yeah, I doubt I would have done that on my own. But it worked out and we're here. So it's meant to be. Jen says, I used to play store. Yeah. I used to play small business. I didn't know what kind of small business. Both of my cousin and I both had hard-sided briefcases. We were a little bit nerdy back then. Still am. We were young kids and we had these hard-sided briefcases, the attaché case, the hard-sided briefcases. And My grandmother would buy me office supplies. Um, so I had like, the green ledger books. I had the green ledger books. Of course, we had fake money. We'd have fake money, and we had a little cash box that we carried around. And um, we had stamps for things. Like my grandmother would buy me um, like paid. You could stamp it paid or stamp, confidential and stuff like that. And yeah, we both had a fun time playing small business. Whatever we were a small business of, I don't know. Um, and somewhere my cousin, I think my cousin still has one, maybe. Um, we used to um, we used to also record ourselves doing radio shows. Um, so we called ourselves Martha and Mirtha, and we had I think it was Martha and Mirtha. We had a cooking show. So we would talk about the things we would cook, and we would record ourselves doing it. We didn't have any video recording back then. We didn't have that kind of money or anything. But my grandmother had a dual cassette tape deck, and we would record ourselves on cassette tape, um, doing wild shows like that. And uh, I think she said she still has one, but I've never heard it ever since. I think it would be super funny to listen to. Um, but yeah, we used to hang out and do all kinds of things like that. Andrew says one of my packages got left in the rain today, so we'll see if ever anything got ruined. Yeah, I didn't even see it out there. I checked the porch for stuff, but apparently they didn't even put it up on the porch. Um, so because I came home at one point and I looked out the door to see if there was anything on the porch, and I didn't see anything. Um, so Andrew had a package that got left out in the rain, and it's pretty soaked. It rained pretty hard at one point. Jen says, I have an old family book that a relative filled in, and I have ancestors who had a store. That's cool. That's cool. Andrew says, now you get to play that game every day. I know. It's fun, but it's not always the fun that it used to be as a kid. Let's say that. That play money, there was always a lot of play money. There's not always a lot of real money. And for some reason there weren't as many bills when we played. There were just a lot of sales happening. Um, Marion says, I have the ledger from my dad's short-lived small business. That's cute. That's nice. Um, so let's let me take a drink because I'm now choking for some reason. Andrew says you just leveled up. Yeah, we did. All right. Definitely leveled up, right? Definitely leveled up. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd have all this? Um uh Andrew says everything is okay, but that place packs stuff wild. I'm really surprised they didn't bring it up onto the porch. We have never had a delivery person who didn't bring stuff, usually way up onto the porch. And Andrew just cleaned the porch, so it looks even better than it normally does. If they were going to be scared away, it would have been before. So I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't bring it up. Maybe it was raining and they just went as far as they wanted to go and threw the package out there. I don't know. But normally they're very good. We normally have very good delivery people whoever they are, that deliver things for us. Andrew said the porch is not clean anymore. Yeah, the storm really did bring in a lot of junk. Kimberly's here. Says hi everyone, totally late. That's okay. That's all right. Um, Today is Tuesday. You're moderating today, right? Think so. Over on Dominique, is that right? Tuesday, Thursday? Am I right on that? I get the days all mixed up. Things are, I try to remember, y'all. I was in Nick's live and cooking dinner. Yep. What are you having for dinner? Marion says, I also have some forms my grandfather had to fill out before they left Sweden listing farm animals and timber resources. That's cool to have family history like that. I have all of my grandmother's calendars. So every year my grandmother would buy a calendar. Um, and I don't have them all. I have a number of them. Um, and in the calendar, on a lot of the days, she would kind of write the temperature, or if somebody visited her, she would write down that somebody visited. It was just a very quick, like, it wasn't a journal of any kind. It was just a few notes, usually on the calendar. If something was happening that day, if it was a record high, she would write that down temperature wise, or if there was a lot of snow or school canceled, or there's notes like the kids came to visit, things like that. Um, and I want to start looking through more of them. I've only pulled out one or so and kind of looked. It's a little bit for a long time it was hard for me. It was a little bit hard for me to look at them. And now I'm getting to the point. She's been gone for a while and it doesn't affect me the same way. Um, and time helps with all that. So I want to start pulling them out and kind of start looking at them and just see. Anderson's Facebook before Facebook, kind of, right? Kimberly says yes, that's right. Tuesday and Thursday. Nice. Kimberly made some soup because she's been nauseous all day. Oh no. The boys and Matthew are at the fairgrounds with the sheep. At the fairgrounds again. Good. Um, sorry you've been nauseous though. That's not good. Um, Marion says, I have my mother's diaries since I gifted most of them to her. Nice. Yeah, my grandmother didn't really do diaries, but she did the little calendar things. Um, and no one really in my family does a journal or a diary or anything like that. We just I don't think anyone in my family that I know of does that. I do it, I try to do it. I have lots of journals. I fill up a page or two and then start a new Andrew knows. Um, I would love to get into journaling again. When I was younger and in high school and beginning of college, I used to journal a lot more. But and then I have my journal from France, and I can read some of it still. I was practicing my French, writing more in French a lot of times in the journal, and some of it I cannot read. I mean, I probably could if I really tried, but it's much harder. I was much better at it back then. Andrew says too much lettuce. Oh no, I hope not. Um, I have the framed cell poster from my great grandparents' farm. You can see it behind me on the wall during the lives. Nice. That's nice. Donna says, I have a letter my granddad wrote my grandmother from Germany during the war. It's framed and it's so sweet. That's nice. I have, um, there were a few things. I think there was a postcard that we have that my grandfather wrote my grandmother when he was in Germany. Um, and but there's not much to it. There's not like it's not a long letter. It was just a quick kind of postcard, I think. Um, let's see here. Andrew says, I think you should just cut out all the first pages and compile them, all of my journals. Yeah, yeah. Um, Marion says they are more like calendars than full diaries. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what made my grandmother do that and why she started, but um it's gonna be nice to go through them. And then I have I think all, if not all, the majority of her photo albums too. Um they go back quite a number of years, at least through my life. I think they go back to 76 or 75. Um, and then I was born in 80. And so she has photo albums. I have most of the photo albums of all the stuff that she took of us as kids, my brother and I, and all the stuff. Like my life is like in the albums across the room here from me, my life with my grandparents. So it's kind of really nice. But there are pictures in there that I don't know who the people are. Like they'd go visit people or people would come to see them. I have no idea. Um, and I should try and find that information out from somebody in the family if they know. But anyway, let's flip the camera around and let's take a look at some stuff tonight. Hopefully y'all want to grab some stuff so that hopefully I can put some money down on this class that I'm taking. Let's see here. I know that I raise this a little bit higher. Let's get the lights on here. Since the live was cut up last night, it was not a super busy night, so we did not really come close to covering the territory that we need for my class. So let's hope a little bit more. Hopefully you all like this stuff I picked out for you tonight. And if you missed last night's, hopefully you'll check out a replay of that too, because there's still some really good stuff available. Let me launch the mail app here. Okay. All right. What is going on? Oh, that's not good. Google just sent me an alert saying you're almost done setting up Google on your Apple iPhone, but I wasn't setting up Google on my Apple iPhone, so that's a little scary. Oh, okay, I'll have to look into that. Susan says, we almost had a third cat. I went to get the mail, and a little black and white tuxie cat was on the front porch and kept putting his front paws on the screen door, mewing. He is the neighbor's kitty. Okay. And so they know my mother did tons of laundry and ironing. Andrew says, if you hear pounding, it's me. What are you pounding? You're gonna pound your bark. Don't give yourself a headache again. All right. Today's lot numbers are NML. NML. We're going backwards through the alphabet lately. NML. And if you'd like to purchase from this video, take down the lot number. We'll put a price here and the quantity available down here. And send that lot number to us in an email to info@allegorygallery.com. That's how you purchase. There is no other way to purchase. You cannot purchase through the comments. That is no for anyone. Info@allegorygallery.com. Send that to us. And yeah, that's how you claim. Andrew says there was a cat on our porch today. Oh, yeah. Kimberly says, I got a reset text from Facebook. That's not good either, unless you sent for that. Wonder what's happening. I hope things aren't being stolen out there. Every day there's some kind of breach, right? It feels like these are beautiful. Oops, these are black tourmaline rounds. And I had them at 24. Let's put them at 20. I've got two of them available. Black tourmaline helps keep the bad energy away. We swear by it. We often have black tourmaline at the register in the store to keep people from walking in who we don't need walking in. We used to know some people who we didn't really want to see. And Andrew would keep black tourmaline at the counter and they would walk to the threshold but never cross. So black tourmaline is great for that. We believe in it. 8mm rounds, beautiful black tourmaline rounds. And those are $20 a strand. The strand length on those is 16 inches. 16-inch strand, $20, black tourmaline, two of them available, NML1. Susan says, oh, the burned house a few doors down is finally getting torn down. It's a very noisy process and occasionally shakes our house. Oh, boy. That's a lot. That's a lot. What was the cat on our porch, Andrew? Andrew says, he's like, if I grab my black tourmaline necklace, it means go away. Yeah, if you see Andrew grabbing the black tourmaline necklace when you're around, it means he's not wanting to talk to you. Kimberly says, nope, but it could be one of the kids. Okay. Well, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully. All right. These, these, sorry. Does the black tourmaline have translucence? No. No, no, no. Black tourmaline does not. It is solid, solid. But it's so beautiful, it kind of looks like it, right? But no, it is a solid black tourmaline. Got all the power in there. This is black tourmaline. Wow. Yeah, it's something we get a lot of requests for, but for some reason we don't always have black tourmaline in rounds. But it's really beautiful. Those are beautiful quality stone. These are carved bone. Let me make sure. Bone. Yes, carved bone. Hand carved, by the way. Hand carved bone rondelles. And they are about 12 millimeters, I'm going to say. About 12 millimeter hand carved bone. And you can see the number of strings going through there. So the holes are not tiny. Here, I'll pull one off. There you go. The holes on these are about 2 millimeters, 2 to 2.5 millimeters. You can get 2 millimeter leather through there easily. And these are $1 each. And as you can see, I have a number of them. Let's see, I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, about 42 of them. About 42 of them. Hand carved bone rondelles. And they're $1 each. Susan says they're very pretty. Andrew says it's super black. It grows in needles. Yeah, black tourmaline. You're rarely gonna. I don't know if you see transparency or translucency in black tourmaline. It might be like tourmalinated quartz, heavily tourmalinated quartz, maybe. But black tourmaline itself, not usually a lot unless it's thin. If it's shaved thin, maybe you'll see translucency. But these are nice. These are really nice stones. NML 3. We've sold a few of the 2s so far. Thank you so much. There's still some of those available. And let's see here. This is only $5. $5. NML3 is this moon face. And this is a silvery purple. You can see the purple glass. And it's got the silver finish. Hand done on there. And this is a vintage check glass button, moon face. And it is about 17, say 17 millimeters. Well, 16, 17, 16 and a half. How about that? 16 and a half. Andrew says, the stick I was hitting didn't do anything, so I upgraded to the meat tenderizer. It's not getting any use otherwise. Yeah, use that meat tenderizer. We don't use it for meat, for sure. May as well use it to make paper. Aren't these cool, y'all? Isn't this cool? There's only one of these. I think I have another one in here, maybe. Oh, yes, there it is. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to find it right away. So I do have one more of these, and I wanted to show them together. We've sold about half of these so far. So if you're wanting to grab these, grab them soon. We appreciate it so much. We've now definitely sold over half of these. Getting some emails for those. Thank you, thank you. And this is the same moon button, but this time in a black glass with a gold on it. So I think these are super cool. Whoop. Moon faces, check glass buttons. Some people like to know which way the shank is running. there's the face, and it runs that way. So let me show you these together again. Blue, kind of that periwinkle, lavender blue, light lavender, purple with the silver, and I say blue, not blue, purple with the silver, and black with the gold. I'm looking at my thing and saying blue. Susan Siegel just joined us, said, I'm here, but it's raining hard and I can hardly hear you. Oh no. Yeah, that's an issue for sure. Put us on the TV, turn up the TV, right? But thank you for being here and trying to hang out with us today. This is $10. I've only got one of these left. This is a luxury bead blend by Andrew, and it's got all the beautiful colors in it. Look at all the colors in this one. Luxury bead blend by Andrew. One left. It's got some kind of fuchsias and reds and blues and greens. It's kind of a real rainbow. Some beiges and yellows, golds, coppery colors. It's really a nice mix or blend. It's actually got, look at that giant piece of matte lapis in there. Matte lapis. Look at that. That's cool. But here are some of the items in there. See some fire polish check, some rounds, drooks, some stones. Got a little flower bead down in there. Sue says, love those jewel tones. Yeah, beautiful jewel tones. One bag available only. $10 for the bag instead of 12 or 14. NML 5. Move these down a little bit. I'm going to put this one underneath this one just to keep some room here going. Move this over. Okay. Yeah, the jewel tones in this are really pretty. It's really, really a nice mix. I know a lot of people are thinking into fall right now because of how hot the weather is and looking forward to fall. So this is kind of a fall-y jewel tone, I feel like, but it's also it has enough pinks and kind of fuchsias in it to still be summery. 45. Let's bring this down to, let me check on this. Can I go? Let's do 38. This is black spinel. Black spinel shields, faceted shields. One strand of these left only. It's a heavier, denser stone, black spinel. You can tell the weight. It's got a really nice weight to these. And just look at that kind of, black spinel has more of a metallic composition. And look at you can see the kind of metallic flash in these. It's so pretty. It's really, these are exquisite little shields. Hey, May, thanks for joining us. Look how pretty those are. And these are approximately 17 millimeters by 12. 17 by 12 millimeters. One strand available, $38. Last strand of those left. Black spinel shields, faceted drops. How you doing, May? What's going on for you today in the world? Hopefully you're having a good day. Let me check my junk mail. That is something I have not checked yet today. So let me just scroll back here quickly, make sure I didn't miss anybody. It's amazing how much junk we get. in a day. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay. NML 7. Oh, I found these. These were very large kits, kind of. They were very different. They were kits, but they were like large bead blends. At one point that we did. And they were $26 each. I'm gonna bring them down to let's do 19. That's a lot of beads for $19. May says we'll be getting more Andrew head pins. Not tonight, May, because we're not at the cottage. We're here at the house in the office. Andrew's been having headaches all day. He does have more that he's prepping. He prepped more. But we didn't get them. He didn't get them all done. And let's see here. I'm gonna put these back in here so that I can dump out some of these other. I've only got one triangle. I found like 6 triangles while we were cleaning out the cottage. You think I'd bring any more home? But these, there is a multitude of things in here. And you've got, I think that's is that lepidolite? Lepidolite? It's one of the, what's that purple? I don't know if that's right. For some reason, that's not muscovite. One of those, I can't remember. And then you got these beautiful, I think these are the, I think this is the Korean glass. And you've got this wonderful pearlescent rounds, vintage Czech drukes. You also get a few Allegory Gallery fine pewter beads in here. You get these opalescent pink drops, kind of like a rosewater pink. You get the butterfly barrel from the Allegory Gallery fine pewter. You get some of these like, I don't know, they're kind of like, they look like a bone almost. They're really a cool shape. I don't know if you can see that. You get some of those in there. And you also get, you can see it here, the fine pewter oval bead, faceted oval. And I will say, I do believe, because these were kits and not luxury bead blends, every one of these beads was counted out. And when you see them, each one has exactly the same stuff in it and the same number of things. So those kind of like rose water pink ones, you get exactly the same amount of those. The Korean glass, you get the same amount of those. Both are the same. It's not a random mix. These are actually kits. They were a way we did a kit like one time. But we don't do that way anymore. So NML 7 was $26, $19. That's a lot of different kinds of stones and different kinds of beads from all over the place for $19. That'll go a long way to making a lot of stuff. Susan says, beautiful. Donna says, I have that kit number 7. It is gorgeous. It really is. It's a beautiful kit. And $19 is a heck of a deal on that for everything involved in that. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Okay, I'm going to put one away. We didn't sell any of the black tourmaline. I'm surprised. I thought people would be grabbing up the black tourmaline today. I just felt like that. A lot of energy that needs to be cleared out. um, May says, I think Andrew told a story about wearing a big black tourmaline necklace. I was hoping you'd show us the necklace. Yes, we told that story a little bit earlier today about his necklace that he used to have. I don't know if it's up here. I don't know where that necklace is at the moment. He, I'm sure, knows. I'm going to go ahead and put the bone beads away. We did sell a bunch of these. We still do have a few available. So if you're interested in those hand-carved bones at only $1 a bead, with a 2mm hole, got those. Marion says, noisy Corvette outside. Nice. Keeping you safe over there. All right, I'm going to put 3 and 4 away. Those are these moon buttons. The vintage check moon face buttons. I love those. I think they're super cool. Great for toggles, great for making closures and bracelets. For any of you who like celestial things, they'd be a great toggle for that. Oh, we just sold one of the black tourmaline strands. Thank you so much. I told you, I thought somebody would grab one of those. Andrew says it's at the cottage hanging from the chair in the metals room. Okay. It's a beautiful necklace he made. All right, I'm going to move these over, make some room. Black Spinel is waiting for somebody. Okay. NML 8. You know what? Let's give you a little discount on this one. Can't go too low. This is one of Harry's. Susan has cicadas there. Cicadas here usually mean that there's 6 weeks left of summer or something like that. I think once we start hearing cicadas. This is by Harry Wood. This is one of his dragonfly ceramic pendants. Got multiple dragonflies all over there hanging out. Beautiful blue yellow glaze. Hole at the top. Dragonfly pendant by Harry Wood. Artisan ceramic was 18, bringing it down to 16 for y'all. One of those available. Andrew says it's simple but super heavy. Yes. Says worst comes to worst, if folks can't take a hint, I can use it as a weapon. Weaponized jewelry, LOL. It's true. True. Weaponized jewelry. Sometimes you need that, right? We had a friend that used to come into the store more often, and she would always have some kind of weaponized jewelry or make things that could be. She drives bus, used to drive truck, and being a woman out on her own doing that kind of work, she never knew when something might come up. So she would always, a lot of her jewelry was tailored toward having, Andrew says Nettie. Yeah, I wasn't going to say the name, but yeah, it was our friend Nettie. She probably wouldn't mind. It was always tailored to having sometimes something sharp in there or sharpish or something that could be used or something heavy. Yeah, it was, she always, not always, not all of her stuff, but she did make a lot of jewelry like that. And it always gave us something to think about because, you know, a lot of women have that fear, especially when they're out doing things like that, driving truck or just out by themselves. And it's a, you know, have some weaponized jewelry. It's not necessarily a bad idea to have a necklace you can take off and, you know, use it to to inflict some damage if necessary. Just don't inflict that damage on yourself while you're wearing it. Andrew says she also doesn't love pink. Yes, she is another one that does not. She's another one does not have any love of pink. But she also gets a lot of requests. She used to do a lot of why can't I think of the word? People used to ask her to make jewelry, and a lot of times they asked her to make pink, even though she did not like pink. Susan says the super noisy cicadas didn't come out this year. Oh boy. Marion says if we still wore hats, we could all have hat pins, right? Yep. She'd rival Marianne in her non-love. Yes. Yeah, she really did not like pink. And she would make pink stuff for people, but she would always talk about, she's like, another pink commission, that's the word, it came right out then. Another pink commission, another pink commission. Yeah, it was really interesting. All right, NML 9 are these lovely toggles. $4 each. Lovely floral toggle. They're hooked together to sell like this, but you know how they work, right? Right up through there and through there. That. We've got 3 of these available. Just $4 for the nice little flower toggle. Simple toggle, silver colored, $4 for the set. 3 of them available. Marion says many girls like pink. Yep, I like pink. I like pink too. Andrew says you have to take these apart to use them. Yeah, they're just sold like that, but you take them apart. Andrew says I once had to explain that. Somebody's like, how does this work? You do have to take them apart. Susan says sometimes it's the particular shade of a color that is more appealing than others. Or repulsing, right? Let's see here. We've sold 1 of the toggles. Thank you so much. I have this, which is a vintage resin. I think this is vintage German. And we've got a number of these. This is NML 10, $6. It's got that gold sparkle in there with the twisted cubes. And we've got only 1 of those, just the 1 of those available. NML 10. Each one of those is approximately, let's go lengthwise, the widest point about 10 by 12. Is that right? Yeah, 10 by 12. They don't look like they're as wide as they are, but from corner to corner, they're about as wide as they are long almost. Andrew says, so they don't get lost or have someone try to just buy the bar or just the loop. You don't know how many, no matter how hard I try, and I don't know how it happens because I'm always telling people to grab the bar, but we always end up with bars in our boxes. And maybe they, when we get them in bulk, some of our more bulky stuff, maybe they're not always even in number, but we try to make sure they are. And somehow people still walk away with this part and not this part. And I don't know how that happens, because I'm usually the only one checking people out. And I try to make sure, I'm like, oh, that needs the bar. But some people are like, I don't want the bar. And we do get that too. Marion says, I was looking for women's steel-toed work boots. Quite a few had pink on them. That's wild to me. I wouldn't think that, but interesting. That's interesting. All right, NML 5. I'm going to put that away. That jewel tone luxury bead blend still available. Still available. And I'm also going to go ahead and put away the number 6, the black spinel faceted shields. These, I'm going to give you one more look. They almost have a, it's almost like a sapphire where it has like almost a silver shine. They're so pretty. And like I said, they have a little bit more weight to them. You can tell it's spinel because they're heavier. It's kind of like a sapphire being heavy. Andrew says, I don't know about steel-toed boots in the cold country. How you would do with those if the steel would get too cold? I don't know. I know a lot of people have to wear them around here. Pink tacks here in the States, says Susan. And he says, I've also seen tools with pink handles. Yeah, so that kind of stuff is so strange. Like, I get it. Maybe people want that. I guess they wouldn't be making them if they didn't want them and weren't selling. But it just seems like it's such a strange thing. But hey, I don't mind putting color on stuff. I would like things with color more than things without color. I'm gonna move Harry's pendant down. Hey, Kim. Thanks for joining us. Glad you could hang out with us today. Seems like our internet's working better today. So that's a plus. How are you all doing? You got the whole crew there? Or is it just you today? Norma says there's just one shade of pink I dislike. It was the color of industrial pink paint my dad brought home and painted my room when I was a. I remember you talking about that. You got to live in it. Oh. Andrew says usually the tools with pink cost more and are generally crappier. Yeah, isn't that wild? Number 9, we've just sold the last 2 of those. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you know, a lot of times those tools are of lesser quality, which is and cost more, which is so stupid. There's definitely a pink tax on that for sure. Mary says, I needed all black though, is required by my employer. Ah, that's probably, I mean, I don't know if it was harder to find all black or not, being a woman. I know that would not be hard in men's boots for sure, or steel-toed shoes. Whoops, drop this. Let's see here. Let's do 8 on these. I think we usually do $9 on these on this size, but these are some crystal. And they're this beautiful kind of aqua or chalcedony colored, blue chalcedony, aqua blue with this metallic. I love this strand. Such a beautiful strand of vintage crystal. And these are faceted rondelles. They're 10 millimeters, $8 for the strand. I don't think we've ever had this color before. I just found one of these at the cottage. And it is about 16 inches. One available, beautiful color. Marion says it was slightly difficult to find. Wow. Let's see, May says, I was just about to write that, Andrew. And Donna says, I'm not a fan of hot pink or that Pepto-Bismol pink. I find, you know, the Pepto pink is okay in small quantities for me. I don't mind it. Like this is almost like a Pepto pink. And this is check glass. And I think it's beautiful. But I know not everyone would like that. There are some things I just want to work. The color doesn't matter, says Susan. I know, right? Andrew says, I once got some pink duct tape and the dudes at the counter were trying to talk me out of it. Why? Because it wasn't as good? Or they didn't think you should have it as a guy? This is serpentine, and these are some lovely little serpentine coins. And beautiful color in these. Anne says, I love that pink of the earring. Isn't it beautiful? I thought so. It says they were either two-toned or brown. Huh. I feel like black's the easiest one to find around here, but I have not gone looking for steel-toed shoes. Andrew says it wasn't manly enough. It's like, just give me what I want. Susan says, the older I get, Easter pink is less appealing. And these coins are, I love a pastel pink still. 10 millimeter coins. I think that's an 8-inch strand. Yeah, a half strand, 8-inch strand, $6. All right. NML 13. These I found, and Marion says lots of black in men's boots. Andrew says the older I get, the more appealing Easter pink is to me. See, it goes each way. Jen says, New York story. Well, Jersey City. A friend and I looked at an apartment at night and there was no electricity. So it wasn't until we went to move in that we saw the kitchen woodwork was Pepto-Bismol pink. Woo-wee. Wow. All right. Next up, I found these little fairies, these little fairy charms. And I've got these at $4 each. And there are 2 of them available. Hopefully Andrew didn't have these set aside. They weren't in his area, but I found them, so I grabbed them. Gold color fairy charms, $4 each, 2 of them available. NML 14. Oh, let me give you the size on these too, by the way. These are about 12 millimeters by about 27. 12 by 27 millimeters. Andrew says, I thought about growing my hair out just to dye it pink like that soccer player. Andrew said, those are old school tiara cast. Is that a good enough price, Andrew? On them? $4 each? Or should they be more? I didn't realize they were tiara cast. Might have to change that. Susan says, Jen, that sounds very 50s-ish. My parents' house had a pink half bath. Yeah, those colored bathrooms, right? Where the toilets match the color. Like my grandparents had a blue toilet because one of their bathrooms had like a blue sink and blue tiles. It was actually like a linoleum, but it had a blue toilet, and the other one had a brown toilet because everything else, the tub was brown, the sink was a beige color, and then the upstairs bath was a gray toilet because the shower was gray, where everything coordinated. Let's see here. We sold one of these so far, the NML 13s. We've got one left. One of those are sold, one left. Thank you so much. This is a Lamport glass. You've never shown this one before, and this is an old price. It was 16. I'm gonna leave it at 16 because I think it's worth that. I don't think I can really come down lower than that. But it is beautiful. Look at those greens and the beiges in there, all different color greens. I think that would be really pretty with like one of these gold fairies, like dangling those together to make a pendant would be really pretty. But a beautiful Lamport glass. Someone just sent another one for 13. Did you want both? Or is that just a duplicate email accidentally sent? Let me know. Because I just got another claim for these, but it's the same person who claimed the one that looks like the same exact email. I just want to make sure you want both. Laura says colored bathroom porcelain is very popular right now. Oh yeah? Nice. I kind of like that. I know that everybody's like people always redesign their houses with like beige and white and gray so they're easy to resell and they like but I love when houses have like the personality of the owner. Like I know it may not be easy to sell it afterwards or sell it later if you need to, but I always love when the houses have more personality and the appliances and all that kind of stuff. This bead is 22 by 18 millimeters. Anderson, I love those retro colored tiles. Susan says they had a blue full bath, blue toilet, tile, and sink. Yeah, I love it. Okay, both 13s. Good. They're sold. Thank you so much. Put those away. Thank you. Thank you. Did I miss anybody's? The kitchen also had this pastel floral on white wallpaper, so we called it the nursery. Oh boy. NML 15. That's funny. Imagine that in the kitchen. I don't know. Andrew says, I want to paint our kitchen cabinets. They need it. Yeah, we painted them when we first came into the house, and they really need it again. They should be like sanded down really well and repainted. But we'll see. This was 32. I'll do it for 30. Can't do much of a discount on these. We sell these during events. This is one of Andrew's pendants, enamel pendants, with a gold foil butterfly. And I love this one. That beautiful deep red and black enamel with the golden butterfly that shows like it's kind of there, but when it hits the light, you really see it. It's kind of like one of those you gotta look twice at. I love that. I love when you're wearing something and it's like people are like, what is that? And it's this beautiful butterfly in gold. And it's very thin, very easy to wear, very light, weighs almost nothing. Enamel pendant on copper by Andrew. NML 15 was 32. We'll bring it down to 30. The pendant itself is about 32 by 35 millimeters, hand cut. Andrew says, I could touch them up, but I kind of want to do a color. It'd be nice. We just have white, and white is a little bit, it was fine, but I kind of want you know, I too want kind of a different color in there. I'm gonna put Harry's pendant away. Ceramic pendant by Harry Wood was 18, 16 for y'all tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and put 10 away. That's $6 for those. Andrew said those got put in a box and we just found them. The butterfly, yeah, there were a few. And I found, I also found some ghosts and things, but I don't know what I did with them. I found them while we were cleaning and I don't know where they went. So I got to see where the ghosts went to. I can't believe we didn't sell this crystal. I thought for sure this would go tonight. And $8, beautiful vintage crystal. That's got a summery into fall vibe. All right, put that away. Make Len help us paint. Every time they visit, they get put on painting duty. I know, right? They do. They do. Len arrives and we're like, guess what we just started? A project. Oh my. Susan says, hopefully the ghosties turn up soon. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know where they went to. I had them. I was setting them aside to do a live with them. And I don't know where they got abducted in the cleaning. So I'm hoping. I thought they were with this butterfly, but apparently they were not. Now, these are some cool vintage glass, which would go really, really well with the butterfly. Look at that. Wouldn't that be cool? So these are vintage check. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. Andrew said they're on the white shelf in front of the fireplace. Huh, he knows where they are. Good. I'm glad you do. Look at those with this. It's a beautiful pairing, ready to go. Maybe add some black tourmaline rounds. Like we had number 1. Wouldn't that be nice? So grab some of these, a little bit of this, a little bit of these. Look at that. That starting to look like almost like a I don't know, spooky season thing with a butterfly. I don't know. But isn't that cool? Very very I think it's very cool. Goth. Goth is the word, right? Super cool together, I think. And I don't think oops. Gotta rearrange so I can see my tag in here. And these ones I don't think I gave you. Add some gold spacers too. Yeah, Marianne. These are about 20 millimeter. Yeah, you want some gold spacers? How about that? Let's see. So you do one of these, you do one of these, you do some of these, and you pop the top, and you do some of those. Look at that. It looks lush, says Andrew. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's cool. I like that look. I like that dark vibe, that lush dark vibe. And you've got an artisan enamel in there. You've got black tourmaline to keep the wild, crazy, bad energy away. Got some vintage check that probably no one else has. That'd be a cool necklace. That would be a cool necklace. Someone says, love that. I know, right? Okay. NML 17. It's a really good, it's like we just put a project together for you. The project's done. Put it together, put a nice Allegory Gallery. Did anybody grab a gold toggle from us? Antique gold toggle? Done. The project is done. Andrew says, do you think the BFF crew would like to work with some of my enamels? I am sure. I am sure. Kimberly's here. What do you think of that, Kimberly? You know everyone better than us so far right now. Here is a big dragonfly button. We had a smaller one yesterday. This is a big dragonfly button. It's got, again, that metallic on the back. This is from 1999, vintage check. It's got a metal shank that runs this way, horizontally this way. And beautiful, large dragonfly button. Very colorful. It's got purples, it's got blues, it's got the greens and the ambers. And then it's got that big old golden dragonfly. This button is 40 millimeters. 40 millimeters, NML 17. Andrew says the fairies with 12 and 14. Yeah, I showed them with 14. I didn't add it with 12. So you can put a fairy with the fairies with 14. They look really good with that. And Andrew says, go ahead and put that. Look at that. There it is. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Andrew says I should just set that. I know, you set that in silver. It'd be a beautiful pendant. Andrew says it'd be a crap ton of silver, but it'd look good. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. It would be a lot of silver. That'd be an expensive piece after you set that. Full silver back and bezel thick enough to get past the shank. Kimberly says, yes, absolutely, Andrew. All right. Let's see what else I have in here. These were 60. I'm going to bring them down to lowest price ever. Andrew says, well, let's talk calendar. And says that might be the dragonfly button I have. Barnaby is being very romantic. He has been lately. He's been very romantic lately, that little boy. All right. I'm going to bring these down to the lowest price ever. We've got two of them. Jen says, or do a golden green seed bead bezel. Yeah, somebody wants to seed bead bezel that. That'd be amazing. It'd be a beautiful big pendant. These are hand carved beryl. Beautiful aquamarine. You got the pinks, which is what, Morganite, and a little bit of the kind of yellow, brown, clear beryl. See it in there a little bit. And they're hand carved, each one. See if you can see the carving. There they are. Beautifully hand carved. And we've had these in a bigger size before. This is the smaller size of these, as far as the individual stones. And they are about 8 millimeters, about 8 by 8 millimeters. Andrew says the yellow is the Heliodor. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. Heliodor, aquamarine, morganite. And these are big, long strands of this, 10-inch strands for $40 only. $40 only. And if it was purple beryl, it'd be kunzite. Let's see here. Barnaby, what's going on with Barnaby? He's being very romantic. He's been, he jumped up on my lap the other day and I was giving him little neck and back massages and he just closed his eyes and fell over to the side. He drooled a little bit. He was kissing on me. It was super cute. Okay, 2 of those available, $40 each only. Let's see here. These are another odd shape I found. Haven't seen these in a long time. These are a vintage check. And I don't know what shape you want to call that. Like that. Andrew said, I need to trim his nails though. I hate to do it since the girls have been wild lately. Yeah, his nails need to be trimmed, but I know when the girls are wild, because he has asthma, they'll chase him around sometimes. He's pretty good about playing with them. He plays for a while, and he's pretty good about standing his ground when he's done. But sometimes he has to, show them, and we don't always like to trim his nails too much, so he has a little bit of force behind him if he needs it. Cinched waist beads, Andrew says. Twisted pillow, kind of, says Jen. They look like a pinto bean to me. Not the shape, the color. Is it a pinto bean? A pinto bean? I think they're super cool. And they're drilled lengthwise. Vintage check. $6 for the strand. It was a strand. It's a broken strand now. 10 by 15 millimeters. NML 19. NML 20 is, I believe this is Kambaba jasper. Am I right on that? Kambaba jasper. Marianne says pinto bean color, agree. I think this is Kambaba jasper. Beautiful pendant. Whoa. NML 20. And this pendant is 30, probably 30 by 40. Yeah, 30 by 40. $6, vintage pendant. Love the patterns in this. Kimberly says, looks like it. There's a swirl. Usually you know by the swirl, right? This doesn't have a lot of that. Yep, Kambaba, says Marianne. Andrew says, I think it is. Yes, it's Kambaba. Got that right. Usually the Kambaba has a lot of more swirly patterns, kind of like the little tree knots. This doesn't have many, which is kind of makes it a little bit odd, a little bit different. I guess there are some little ones. The more you look at it, the more you start seeing those little swirls in there. It's such a pretty one, though. I love that. And maybe do a combining of these. That'd be pretty. Hang them together as a pendant. Throw some of this in here, like Andrew said earlier. Mix those greens together. Look at that. Look how this brings out all these darker portions of that. Really pretty together, I think. We've sold 19. Thank you so much. Somebody just sent an email with 13, which is already sold, but also put 14 down below. So did you want 14? 13s are sold. That's what's in the subject line, but in the body of the email, they wrote 14. So check, let me know. We've just sold 20 and we've sold 19. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Leslie's going good night. Good night, Leslie. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it so much. Kimmy says, yeah, I was looking for the orbiculars when I saw one while you were showing. Yeah. Andrew says, the more you look, the more you see. I know, it's such a pretty stone. Somebody grabbed it. Thank you, thank you. I think we've sold 14, but I need to make sure. I need to verify on that. Okay. It's always like, what do I share? What do I share? Boy, Andrew says, good luck at Bead Fest, Leslie. These are super cool. These are little copper, little beads. They've got kind of like a butterfly or a clover on them. You get 6 of them for $6. Ooh. Oh, hey there. Howdy.
It's warm in here.
I'm pretty comfortable.
No, I thought you would be.
And
I'm gonna have to go back downstairs where it's cooler.
These are 15. I was cold earlier today. These are 15 by about 12 millimeters.
If I'm hot, you're cold.
Uh-huh. And I don't think we've ever shown these before. I found them, and $6 for the whole lot, $1 each, copper.
And hello, everyone.
Hello, Andrew. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Your head feeling better?
Yeah, the storms, I think, kind of threw it off.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't this be nice with us?
What do you got there? Oh, we had these before. I don't know if we did the greens. Did we do the greens? Andrew kept them. He's like, wouldn't that color green anyway? Got this in here. Throw some of these in here.
They're buttons.
Cute copper beads. They said we just sold the copper beads. Thank you so much.
Our friend Laura. How you say it, Laura? The Spanish way say Laura.
Laura. Yes.
I can't roll my R's. You'd think it would be natural.
You don't have to. It's just a single R.
Oh, yeah?
Only double R's. Do you roll or the first R in a word?
How come it sounded so pretty when she said it?
Laura.
Anyway,
sometimes there's a little bit of a trill. Laura.
She was talking about how she wants to do that with
Laura.
the what's that? That designer, Susie.
Who's Susie?
Maybe. Oh, I can't remember her name. Asian. She's an Asian designer. And she has these rings that are roses.
I don't know.
Anna Sue.
I
Come
don't-
on, y'all. Help me out here.
Takes a little while for them to get the comments through.
I know.
Gotta wait on that maybe. See what people say. I have a few tiny rings without bars, Kimberly says.
Anna. Sue.
Anna Sui.
And they open up. Some of them.
May have to see the bars, says Kimberly.
Who is it?
What bars? What are we talking about? I'm confused.
Are you watching in the past?
Oh, Kimberly, are you in the past?
We talked about.
If you're on YouTube, make sure you're live.
Kimberly's on Facebook.
Kimberly's also, she's asking here on YouTube.
Oh.
She's in both places. Keep those numbers up. I know.
Good job, moderator.
Right. Oh.
The rings.
Rings.
You can make your own version. No lipstick though.
May just said Anna Sui. See, it just took a while for the comments to get out there.
See, I don't make stuff up too much.
We've got these. This pair.
Didn't somebody ask for a table cut?
Mm-hmm.
And birds?
Table cut and birds.
And orange?
These are beautiful. And orange. Yeah, we did have a request for orange the other day. I know. Kimberly says toggle bars. And then
what were you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know when we were talking about toggle bars.
In the past?
I don't know. I'm so confused. You all know I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. I went away for 2 seconds and now I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't think I was talking about toggle bar. I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I talking about over here? Anyway, you get this pair of these vintage, not vintage. These are check glass that we imported. They weren't around here in the country when we imported them. Sometimes you'll find them, but they're expensive by the strand. So broke them down, $4 for the pair. And there's only one pair. We've only got one left. Let's see. NML 23. Yes, YouTube was in the past, says Kimberly. Okay.
Ooh, you way far in the back.
I was like, what is happening?
Back behind, bro.
Oh,
so are you having a good day today, everybody?
how's everybody? Oh, that was when people buying the ring part and leaving the toggle bars.
Wow.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
No, that was a while ago.
How'd you get caught up so fast?
There's should double stuff in there.
That's probably it. All right. Wait, this is the one we just showed yesterday.
I didn't do it though.
I know. Should we do it?
No, I can make
Because you're going to mix it up into something else.
Yeah, there's too many CDs in that one.
There are a lot of CDs. We had this at 14. I'll bring it down to 10 for y'all today. 10.
Oh,
Right,
look
get
at
this
these.
sale.
I never got this. I never put those in. I was gonna do this for enamel.
Oh, that'd be a pretty enamel one right there. Decent day. Got some they got some bead projects done, says Susan.
Which Susan?
Surreal.
Good.
Look at this.
Who
This
else is watching?
beautiful shell pendant. We've got 25 people watching. Who are y'all? Who's out there? Announce yourselves.
Stranger.
Strangers. We've got a lot of strangers because I only have like 4 people talking to me.
Well,
So-
you know what? They probably will leave now that I'm here.
And also we called them out, so they're gonna all run away.
Clear out.
Yeah.
Go push the heart button, like Maisha said. Hey, are you gonna sell those? Or are you just gonna look at it?
Oh, I didn't know we were selling them.
Go ahead. Why are we gonna go show the ring project? Nobody gonna buy it.
Look at how beautiful this is. Gorgeous.
I had to go dig through all kinds of stuff to get those flower buttons.
Yeah, you did. This is about a 60 millimeter shell set in silver bezel. One available, $10. Toggle bars. Gotta love autocorrect. And says, hey, Andrew, I'm here.
Hi, Ann.
How much you want on these? I don't remember what we were doing on
I
those.
think 6 apiece.
NML 24.
Wouldn't that be cute with a wire wrap ring
Yeah, make a wire wrap ring,
or a beaded?
beaded
Or
ring,
hey, Kimberly, didn't you start one with Leslie's project?
NML 24.
I'm the best friends forever.
Uh,
What is it actually?
Cleaned the beater bar on my vacuum, says Marianne today.
The what?
The beater bar.
That sounds inappropriate.
Kimberly says, I have you on the TV commenting back and forth on my phone. Nice. Donna's still here. Hello, Donna.
Howdy.
May says it was laundry day and it is now finished.
You wanna come over?
Norma says, Marianne, want to clean mine? I hate that job. All the cat fur. Is that the bar that turns on the vacuum? I've never heard it called the beater bar.
Makes sense. Sound like beat the rug.
Laura's here, says it finally stopped raining. Kimberly says, yes, I love those rings.
You do it. Punch it.
I always feel accomplished when the laundry is done, says Susan Surreal.
Well, you'll feel so accomplished over here. So much. I do like before I was supposed to go on a trip. I should have scheduled more trips because then I like procrastinate by doing work.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna clean the basement before
Look
I
how much
leave.
I got done.
And so I started taking up all the clothes on the floor because the cat's knocking on the floor. Barnaby knocks on the floor, and he has very particular views.
So the dragonfly button. Thank you.
He's like, I'm gonna go do this, and knocks on the floor. And then then it's not clean anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to build like a nice, since you're not doing your ceramic studio down there, I might as
Apparently
well.
not.
I know you haven't done it. It's been a couple of years. Anyway, so I will make a nice like closet down there.
Closet for the clothes.
Mm-hmm. Get some cedar.
Look at this fiery pendant.
Fire.
Fire Nation.
Oh, we watched that.
We finished Aang last night. This is from Andrew.
I made that with my heart.
It's a fire pendant. And look at that. Look, put that with this.
I think the green.
You went with the green?
Yeah, nah.
Nah, this?
I thought you sold 14.
I don't know. They have not gotten back to me. They claim 13 in the subject line, but put 14 in the body of the email. So I don't know if you're all watching. If you tried to claim this, you didn't.
Somebody go scoop them. Oh, speaking of scooping.
What are you scooping?
Don't worry about it.
And this is 33 millimeters approximately. I'm going to go ahead and put away 12, which is the serpentine coins. Very pretty. The roses would be a fun ring, says Kimberly. Susie says the basement is Barnaby's man cave.
It is.
It is. He goes down there to get away.
He gets tired of them so hard.
He does. He's like, I gotta go.
And then he was like, I gotta go. He announces it.
Uh-huh. He announces it and then stares at the basement door until we open it. I'm gonna put 14 away. I don't know if that's sold or not.
I don't always do it though.
No, you sometimes don't. You ignore him. Poor Barn.
He hates it.
He does. He says, why are you ignoring me? Go down.
Go down.
Go down.
He does. He says, go down.
We're gonna put the butterfly enamel away.
Pretty cute.
It is very cute. Which is why Andrew likes to ignore him.
So I get to hear it.
Get to hear it some more. His cuteness.
He is charming.
Okay. Gonna put 16 away.
We'll put it in a wire.
What?
Don't worry about it. They don't put a picture of it. Nobody's gonna buy it.
The fire pendant with the bird beads, says Jen. These ones? There you go. How does that look together? It's got the nice edging that pulls out a little bit of the gold on there. So the first episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Hope it gets more interesting, says May.
I thought it was pretty interesting since we have them to thank for our lives.
What has happened?
You fell asleep.
I did fall asleep. I was like, what happened? Did we actually watch that?
We might have to watch it again.
Yeah, because I totally
I
fell
want
asleep.
I'm
We sold
excited for it.
22. Thank
Which
you
one?
so much.
Which one? Oh, good. Somebody will make some earrings.
We're gonna make some earrings. Gonna show us what you make.
Who else is watching?
Who else is
That was
watching?
like 2 people. that
I
said-
know there were only like 5 people that said they're here. We've got 26 now watching.
Creeping.
Who's creeping on us?
Sorry.
You're allowed to creep.
Anybody else gonna make a
The
ring?
creeping tool is buying something though.
Oh, good. Creeping crew is buying.
Creeping crew has to buy.
All right, let's see it. Show me them dollars.
Marianne said started to rain heavily and thunder too. Kim says, I don't think the fire pendant would go well in Southern California. Probably not.
It's supposed to be like a Malocchio. You know,
Okay, 22. 20,
like your
what's this? 23 is also sold. Thank you so much.
like your
Susan Surreal's still here.
it's like, you know, you wear the evil eye so you don't get the evil eye. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like all the teachers.
Oops, somebody tried to grab 22 again. I missed that.
All the teachers at
It's like all these emails coming in at once.
all the teachers at Piers Valley are making tick stuff for the auctions. And I'm like, why are y'all picking the ticks?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's from trauma art.
Trauma art.
And then I just laugh and then
NML 26.
yeah, we watched that. The Aang, that was pretty good. I hope they make more.
Mm-hmm. Look at this crystal pendant.
Did you notice how they kept himboing Aang?
Oh yeah, they did.
All of them. They're like, oh, we're gonna fight. Our clothes fell off.
I know. Suddenly they're without shirts. They're gonna go
Like,
fighting.
how did that happen? What did they get up to? But you know they make babies, so
Beautiful crystal pendant for a pendulum. Even very nice. Or a sun catcher.
well, look how sparkly.
I know. It's got a little bit of that AB extra on it.
It's gonna razzle dazzle you to kingdom come.
Very nice point for pendulum work. If you want to use it for that, $12. Little silver bail on top. And overall, with the bail, it is about 50 millimeters. At the widest, it is about 13. Ooh, it's like so bright, I can't look at it. It just blinded me a little bit.
Bedazzled.
No, it literally blinded me a little bit. I have a spot in my eye. NML 27. Let's see here. How about these?
Which one you gonna do?
These. I'll give you a good deal on these. We got NML 27. Oh, we just sold 26, the pendant. Thank you so much.
Oh,
We put
nice.
that away. Thank you, thank you.
He hasn't done that all night. This one.
Thank you, thank you. NML 27. These are a beautiful vintage dyed jade. They're a long, I feel like this is a really long strand.
Look how romantic that picture is.
Who's that?
That's that. I don't,
That's that Jennifer? Jack.
I don't know. They look the same.
One passed away. I think Jennifer passed away. 16 inches. Beautiful.
The cat, y'all.
Yeah, it's a cat. Dyed jade vintage drops. Laura said people need to press the like button. I can't see how many likes we got, but apparently it's not 26.
Whoa.
Y'all, I know some of you are on Facebook.
You can still push the like button on there.
You can hit the like button on the Facebook too. Everybody put that thumbs up. That doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you. Hit that little heart. Send those heart emojis. That doesn't cost you. Kim says, thanks for the reminder.
The liking.
Yes.
Or
The thumbs upping.
Or the thank you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to romance y'all.
Is that what that is? 12. That's some interesting romance.
I know.
12 by 10.
I can't. I'm not gonna yuck their yet.
Only 10 likes on YouTube. Y'all hate us?
Oh,
What is this? I got 24 people watching. I've seen like 2 people on Facebook.
he's like, thank you.
That's 22.
Who's that saying that? Oh my gosh.
13. We had 22. Mary or Kimberly says 19 are watching on YouTube, and we've got 13 likes. 6 of y'all hate us.
Right.
6 of y'all
Don't make them feel bad.
I'm going to. All they got to do is hit that thumbs up. Just hit that. Charlie's creeping crew. I've been creeping for a while. LOL. She only comes out when Andrew's here.
That's because Charlie's my friend.
Just been beating a butterfly with seed beads. I attached a picture to fill up your inbox space. Tonight I made beef stew and debating about baking sweets. Not sure what I can make beyond cookies with the ingredients in the pantry. Or it says 13 likes and 19 people watching on YouTube.
Keep showing stuff.
I'm reading that. It's okay.
I'm so nervous.
I'm getting so nervous. May's cleaning bacon fat off my hands. Clean that bacon fat, then hit that like button.
Oh, yeah. If you're gonna grease up your phone, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, don't ruin your phone to hit the like, but
It's like when you're done cooking it.
When you're done, go back and hit that like. Don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 of these. These are only $5. What? These are like $1 a bead usually. Oh, going up to 17 now. Jen says William issued a directive. Hit the like button right now. Do it. All right. Guilt works, says Mary Ann.
Okay, go back.
Oh, Anna says, hi friends, I'm late. Hey Anna, we've had a lot of stuff you would have liked tonight. Make sure you check a replay. At least I feel like you would have. I liked a lot of this stuff tonight. I still didn't get an answer though on that lampwork bead. I still don't know if you wanted 13 the fairies or 14 the lampwork bead. You sent an email. I don't want to call you out by name, but Kim just loved on Facebook too. Thank you. This is a whole strand of these beautiful hand-done Chinese ceramic beads. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those beads for $5. They're usually like $1 a bead. Well, Kimberly says 18 likes and 18 watching on YouTube. There you go. That's what we like. Laura says, I feel very constructed now. Call me the like button enforcer, right? There you go. Susan says, where are the ghosts?
They're not here.
They're not here. They're at the cottage. They're at the cottage by the fireplace. We don't have a fireplace here. Not anymore. Apparently the house used to.
They're in the kitchen.
I don't know. But there is a chimney that went all the way up. And since I have those red ceramics, they are fun. They are fun. They're really nice. Oh, I didn't give you the size on these. These are 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter. One of these left. Let's give you a good price on this. Let's take it down to 12. NML 29. This is we sold one of the 28s. Thank you. We've got 5 of them left. This is malachite. Beautiful malachite rounds. 1 strand of small malachite rounds. They were 16 a strand, down to $12. Oh, Kimberly said somebody else joined. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Kimberly. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Punch it.
We can't see it on our end. These are 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter small malachite rounds. NML 29. Ah,
What's this all?
our friend Helen just joined while doing the dishes, so my hands were not available to say hello.
Oh,
Hello, Helen.
which Helen?
Our friend who took classes.
Oh, my friend.
Your friend.
Virginia friend.
Helen.
Hello. We missed you.
I know. We don't get to see you very often. Marion says the ghosts only like to appear at the cottage.
Wait, which Helen? The one that was just here?
No. Before.
Oh,
Before.
OG Helen.
OG Helen. OG class taking
I
Helen.
know. He was like the one that took the class. Everybody who's taken a class at the cottage has been named Helen except for Tommy.
OG Helen.
I was like,
Oh, we just sold 29.
Orange, you.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah.
I was like, the one.
The one that took the class.
The one with the kids. You know.
Oh, all right.
Hey, Helen, it looks a lot better.
It does.
The cottage, it looks worse.
We sold another 28. Thank you so much.
It looked like it got beat all to hell, but the inside's nice.
It's getting there, and we'll get there.
Yeah, somebody was like, "You're too hard on yourself." I was like, apparently not, because it'd be done if I was harder. And they're like, you need to be kinder to yourself. I'm like, that sounds like slacker talk.
Thank you, buyer 29. You saved me, says Laura. Look at these glass beads. Beautiful glass, clear glass pentagons. 5, right? Pentagon. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beads in the. So that's like a small strand. It's $5. Marion says, too many Helens? No, not too many. We need more so we can fill up the class again. Helen says, the tall one.
I don't know. This one was pretty tall.
Yeah, she actually was too.
Not as tall as you.
No, you would still be considered the tall one.
The lifeguard one.
Let's go to 40 tonight. I got some energy.
Oh, here, do this one.
You got something for me?
This one's so pretty.
Oh, he's pulling some lamp work, y'all.
I don't know if you'll like it.
Get ready, Norma. I know you like lamp work. Are you still out there with us? How much you want on this one?
What do you think?
No such thing, right? No such thing as too many Helens. They're the only people who want to take classes with us, apparently. You think 18 on this?
Sure. That's too cheap, but it's all right.
I was gonna say it.
It's got some sparkles in it.
Oh, we just sold 30. Thank you so much.
Yeah, punch it.
Look at this one. Oh, it does have spark. I should have looked at under the light before I recommended the pricing.
He's got the regret seat.
I know. 18 is too cheap, but I said it, so we're gonna do it. Ooh, look at that. That's great for summer. And that is the first time we're ever showing that one. So 15 millimeters by about 28.
These Jumbotron, they look kind of like they'd go
We're
with.
gonna go ahead and put this one away.
They'd go with Beat in the New Year.
Beat in the New Year? What is this? Holy moly.
It's glass.
It is a glass. It is a. What price do you want on those?
Maybe 12. No, make it 10.
32, not 12.
You get a little bit of a deal.
Oh, we just sold 31. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
See, William, do your voice. They love it.
I don't think it's. I think it's you pulling things out that people haven't seen before, more likely than
They're magnetically drawn to it.
magnetically drawn. Thank you, thank you. Well, if you're magnetically drawn to that, there's something. I don't know.
Yep, they're yum.
No shaming here. NML 32. Look at this gigantic glass.
Somehow I got it.
Look at that. Norma says, too late to change now.
What?
I don't know, maybe the price on that, since it was too cheap.
Oh, because somebody got it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
And then look at these, y'all.
Enjoy.
Look at these. Beautiful, large glass. This is some chunky glass right here.
Isn't that fun?
It is fun. It's 45 millimeters by 28 millimeters. It is not lucite, Susan. It is glass. It's glass that looks like lucite. There is like, it's got that
cast.
that kind of, yeah, it looks like cast resin.
From my friend Judy.
Yeah, but it is all glass. And we've just sold it all. Thank you so much. I need bags, Andy. You're giving me some bags. What I miss?
There's one underneath them red beads.
Oh, there it is.
And plus, that's also, I think it got took. The red ones. Oh no, the red ones don't get took.
These, I have 6 of them.
Oh,
that's
we'll
why.
keep buying them, people.
Keep buying them, people.
She said.
Somebody else tried to grab 32 too. Sorry.
Thank you for saving me.
Kim says, okay, don't do the voice. That's okay.
Oh, you don't like it, Kim? That doesn't appeal to you?
Oh, wait, I gotta get these out of here because this is not what was in this bag before.
Here you go. Don't get wild, William.
Don't get wild, William.
You know what? It's a full moon. Maybe that's what it is.
That was yesterday, wasn't it? 27. It was last night. I can feel it. I woke up with it today. Let's see here. What's with the voice? It's just at one point during one of the lives, I started doing thank you. And things started selling when I did that. So we kept doing it. I don't know where Andrew just went. He was handing me stuff and then he just disappeared. Jen says it's thick too. That glass, yeah, it was. It was. That's the jumbo version of what I used in my beach glass necklace. Very cool. It is. It's very cool. All right, let me pull something from over here. How about these? I've got 3 of these. 3 of these. They're only $4 each. And they're this yellow and clear vintage check. And I'm wondering, let me see something. Would this go with...
What's in that cool area?
With this, how about with this? Look at that. Pulls out some of those yellow and browner tones in that. Really pretty. Susan says, oh, okay, the selling voice. Strangely, I need to use the voice on Duolingo. Sometimes Duo does make you talk in a weird voice to make it recognize what you're saying. It is annoying.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes it never recognizes. It's just like, you're wrong. I'm like, I said exactly what you said.
Well, you're going to fight with the Duo.
I do sometimes.
What's mean?
It's mean, that owl.
He doesn't get you. It bullies me every day.
You got more stuff for me?
Of course.
You just disappeared there for a
I'm
second.
gonna go check on something, make
You
sure our
need to
house
turn
is on fire.
Oh, here, let me turn. Go ahead, shut that door.
Ah, God,
We're going to get kids in here.
you want to come in?
That's okay. Close that door.
Like, nope. Nope.
Okay. NML 34.
Birdie.
Garter.
She's sweet.
She is sweet. How do we do these? These will go with everything. Only got one lot of these available left. Andrew once made a blend
These cat's eyes.
of all these cat's eye beads in glass.
They're fun. They're like fiber optic.
They're fiber optic. And look at them.
You know, they're not real expensive beads, but I think they're so fun.
They are super fun. Like, they've got the beautiful flashes, all those cat's eye flashes, all different colors. I don't think I've ever poured them out for y'all.
You know we like cats.
You know we like cats.
We like cats.
Susan Cyril says, let's see the kids. I know, Gertie was trying. Show me the child.
Is that from the DeLorean?
Super cool. And they are slightly varied in size, but mostly they are around, whoa, if I can hold on to one, mostly around 6mm rounds. And in all different colors. Huh?
The Mandalorian movie that was out for like 5 minutes.
Did we watch that?
We didn't.
No?
I didn't even know about it until after it was done and gone.
Done and gone.
Maybe it's on the Kimberly was talking about
Kimberly says they are very fun. I enjoy them.
Where's Prada.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna wait and see if they have another Pantone fall,
I know, right?
so I can use that as a whenever somebody stacks with me.
We've sold one of the 33s. Thank you so much.
Which one is that?
That's the yellow and clear check glass. Yeah.
Is it
Helen says, thanks for the shout out. Still cleaning up.
like what y'all have for dinner?
We still have 2 of these left if anybody's interested. These are, by the way, they are a kind of a elongated rectangle shape. I didn't give you the size. It might help, right? 15 by 5 by 4.
What are you listening?
Kim says, I love those fiber optic beads. I have a bag of those. They're totally fun.
What is Kim reading right now?
Kim, what are you reading right this minute?
Maybe not this minute.
I hope you're not this minute.
Like the chat.
Yeah, the chat. What book are you reading? Oh, we just sold 34. The last bag of the fiber optics.
Mine just expired.
2 people tried to grab it, actually.
What? Maybe it's because you finally showed it.
Yeah, I finally dumped them out. We had like 3 of them at one point. It took forever to sell. That was the last one. And I think I finally dumped them out for you to see. I know. $26. This is a Tibetan metal bead.
From Grandma's Dowry.
From Grandma's Dowry. Oh, somebody else just tried to grab 34 as well. Sorry.
From Grandma's Dowry also.
Don't forget to show the love and slam the like button, says Kimberly.
Yeah,
If you're new here and you haven't done it yet, well, somebody just grabbed another 33. Thank you. We've just got one of those left now. That's it. Vintage check glass, last one. Look at this. This is a beautiful, hollow, very light metal bead, Tibetan or Nepalese. One of those.
It looks kind of Nepalese, but also kind of looks like that Kochi stuff.
It could be Kochi. It's one of those.
I think it's Afghan.
You think it's Afghani? Or Afghan? Afghan.
Is that the blanket?
Afghani, I think, refers only to the language. Afghan refers to other things that are made by, yeah. I had to look that up because I always used to call things Afghani, but that only, I think, I looked it up one time. I was like, oh, I've been wrong my whole life. This is 50 millimeters by 22. It's hollow. Susan says, what type of metal? It's that mystery white metal, just like the Kochi tribe items. Nice big bead, $26 only. Good deal for that.
I was in a group for metalsmiths, and somebody had these these rings that were in the words were in Hebrew. And this person put the rings in the AI. And they were like arguing that it meant something. And then people are like, I'm in Israel right now. And this is what we use to communicate on a daily basis. And you're wrong.
Yeah. They weren't listening to them.
No, they were trying to like fight with them. And they're like, this is like my actual language that I use.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to tell you, but the computer lied to you.
Right. Kim says, not that good at multitasking. While beating earlier, I was listening to Dave Edgar's Contrapposto. It's really good. Due back tomorrow, so better finish soon.
Is there magic in it?
Is there magic in it?
There's no magic. I'm not interested.
Did everyone read the book club book yet? I didn't either.
I was listening to, like, I think it's called Impossible Creatures, and it was good, but I got it right before I went to Peters Valley, and then ran out, and now I have to wait.
If you're all new out there watching us, we have a book club. And if you'd like to join, find Inspired by Reading on Facebook, if you're on Facebook.
You have to request to join
them. Do you have to request on that one? Okay. So request to join.
Teachers who were in there, and they don't have their students snooping on them.
Oh, that makes sense. That's right. For some reason, it reminds me of British postal boxes, except they are usually red. Oh, the bead. Okay. I could see that. I know. Paint it red. Call it a postal box. Kim says, no magic, but artists doing art things. Kimberly says, I bought the book. Does that count? Susan says, I have to pick it up. Marianne says, no, still have to buy it. Well, here it is, y'all. If you are new to us, this is the book club book for October. And that is Reina Grande's A Ballad of Love and Glory. Our meeting is on October 2nd. That's a Friday from 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What was? Oh, so join us and hang out on Zoom, and we read the book. Then you're supposed to make something inspired by the book. So you make a project of some sort. It's really fun. We hang out, talk about the book, how we liked it, didn't like it, and then show our projects.
Better like it.
You better like it. All right. I know. Vivian and Kim.
Future choices are going to be judged on the books. So I hope it's good.
And future gold stars.
No. Whether or not we take your book suggestion.
No. So
Be good. Y'all are librarians.
look at these beautiful beads, lamp work. They were $24 for the set of 4. We're bringing them down to 20 for y'all. Give you a little bit of a discount. But these are beautiful lamp work rondelles.
The person that picked the child molester book, they're not picking it.
No,
What the hell is this?
we don't take those recommendations.
Yeah.
This could be really pretty with these, right?
You know, I've never been like a book burner person, but I thought about it.
You thought about burning that book?
On my
Uh-huh. Look how pretty those go together. It brings out all those brown tones in the checked glass.
Then the thing, it got real uncomfortable. That is the most uncomfortable book club.
I bet it was.
We just kind of looked at each other because all of them had kids too.
Kim said there's a lot riding on this suggestion. 3 gold stars over there.
Just 3?
She put 3 gold stars in the comment.
I was like,
He's like, you think it's just 3?
like,
How many gold
even
stars do you have?
stars out. Huh?
I know. What's happening
Maybe
here?
the cutter. The scissors up there.
There you go.
Yeah. But we're excited.
I really like this together. I'm liking this combo right here.
Which one?
This right here.
He's like, these ones.
These ones.
Right here.
Add maybe a little bit of brown, a little bit more brown in there. And that'd be really a beautiful, like a bracelet. Turn it into a bracelet. Huh?
I want to pick this color.
No?
No, that's how we're different.
Yeah. We are different.
You know, sometimes people don't think so. They think we're like the board.
The board.
Like we're one. And we're like a collective.
What he thinks, I think.
Or this one's just you.
All right. These are.
Like, oh. And then they kept calling you the wrong name. And I was like, you know, he is a different person.
I know. I get called Andrew a lot. Many, many times in my life.
William is like, my name is Andrew.
I just go with it. I'm like, all right.
One vendor, he called me Reggie for years. I just let him have it because he was giving me a good price.
Yeah, you get to be Reggie for good prices.
Like,
hey. You keep giving me those prices. I can be whatever you want. These are large.
Reggie.
These are large vintage check glass.
There you go.
Thank you. How much are those each?
What do you think?
6.
4.
Okay, these were 9. I'm bringing them down to 7. These large vintage check glass, kind of cut, locked off rounds. They're a beautiful kind of purple color.
Makes it exciting.
They're not a kind of purple. They are a purple. They are purple. You get 6 of them for $7. And these are large vintage check. And the bead size is approximately 15 millimeters. NML 38. I said 6. Andrew says 4. How many were there? You didn't count?
No, and if I did, I done forgot.
There are 7 of them.
You be acting like I remember stuff.
Marianne says Reggie.
Over wants a little baby brother or baby sister named Reggie.
The one guy up in Johnstown, one of our neighbors, he keeps calling me Dave. Calls me Dave all the time. And at first I was like, is he calling me something or am I just not hearing what he's saying to me? Because he'll yell from down the street sometimes.
Is that the one that sweeps all the time?
Yeah, he was out there sweeping. And finally, I heard him say it and I said, my name's William. And I said it nice, but he says, William. I said, yeah, you used to call me that. Because he had it right for a long time. And then suddenly I became Dave. And it was funny because the other week he came by and he looked in the window and I saw his mouth forming William. And then he changed it and he says, hey, Dave. And I'm like, you almost got it right. You're very close. I said, that means your memory's changing on it. And now this week, when I was there, he said hi and he says, William.
William.
William. And I'm like, yes, you're right. You got it.
William.
William.
could be your name.
De William. Anyway, these are fire polished vintage Czech in pink.
I thought their name was Dwayne.
Who?
So I went to school with.
Oh,
Her name was
Duan. Oh, we sold 37. Thank you so much.
They're like, no, it's Dubois.
Was it spelled Dwayne?
Yeah, but.
Uh-huh. I like when people spell their names one way, but it's like said, yeah, pronounced different.
Treat yourself.
That's right.
There were I saw this. I don't know if it was real, but there were it was like elementary school teachers who were talking about some of the kids, and they're like, and their names and how they were spelled, and then one was like, now y'all guess this one, and that was spelled LA dash AH. How would you? How would you pronounce that?
I know yeah. I know what it is. So it's here, let me show you. LA dash like, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's spelled like that. How would y'all say that? Let's see here. De Williams sounds good, LOL, says Anna. Marianne says, okay, guess I shouldn't complain about being called Mary then, Dave. Right? It completely off. Up to 19 likes. Thank you, everyone, says Kimberly. Thank y'all. We've got 13 people watching, but we've got now 19 likes. I like when the likes are higher than the people. Not really. It was like, I don't. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much.
How many numbers you got? What number are you on?
I'm on 39. We've got 39 and 40 to go. You got something for me?
Maybe.
Maybe, or should I pull something from my bag? Susan Cyril says I get Sue, Susie, Sal, and Suzanne. Yeah, we've got Suzanne, which is spelled like Suzanne, but she pronounces it different. Huh? I know. We called her Suzanne for years. And finally she's like, that's not how I say it. I'm like, I'm glad you told me. I am glad when people correct me because then I can get it right.
Yeah, because who wants to be called different?
I know, especially the wrong thing.
For years.
I know.
Wow. Sorry, Julie.
I know. Poor Julie.
That one's stuck.
Jen says, would say la ah. I know, right? It's not la ah, though.
I thought it at first, I was like, kind of looks like Layla.
Layla or Leah or Lee. Leah, la.
It's like,
is it just la long? Elongate that?
So it's Ladasha.
It's Ladasha. You pronounce the dash. Ladasha.
And I was like, dude, what?
I like when people play with their names like that, though.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
You can do whatever you want.
That's right.
You just have to tell me about it and not get mad at me if I get it wrong.
Yeah.
A couple 10 times.
I know. Laura says I've gotten Lauren, Lori, and Laurel. Jen guessed again, Leah. Ladasha. Ladasha.
That's a fun one.
Marianne says I also get Rosemary. I can see that when they just quickly look, see your name. Jen's laughing. I know, right? It's fun. Ladasha. Who would know?
I know, unless you told.
That is definitely one you have to tell someone.
Because it's not just a guess. And then they had some other ones that were all creative.
Okay, I'm gonna show these.
I think it's fun. Language is constantly evolving and changing. Yep.
I was gonna be a linguist, so I totally like to see how language changes. And these are vintage Chinese ceramic, $4 for 6 beads, normally $1 each. So it would be a $6 lot. beautiful hand done ceramic beads.
Yeah, you can get wild with it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Laura says, oh, also Lola.
Yeah, because that's your email, isn't it?
Lola. And then Marianne says, or just Rosie.
That's your last one.
I know. If you see your names together, I could see why you'd get Rosemary because people would just flip them. These beads.
I don't know if my name's gonna fit.
These beads are about 18
I guess I should just stick with it since I've had it so long.
by 13. 18 by 13. Susan Cyril says, no one names their kid Susan anymore.
That's the concept of that. It's not as popular as it used to be, that's for sure.
Do any of you
There's a lot of like sages, willows, and thyme.
mm-hmm.
And what's the other one? I've heard a lot of Memphises.
Memphis?
Uh-huh. And I was like,
Huh.
is that where they were made?
Is that where you were made?
In Ash.
Ash.
So many kids named Ash.
What do you all think of that? What's that called that your personality is based on your name? If you change your name, your personality could change. There's a whole thing that deals with like numerology and the numbers behind your name and all that too.
I can see that.
Marianne says, even worse, Susan, my brother dated a Rosemary. We just couldn't accept the idea of a Rosemary Rosie. Yeah, you change that last name. She'd have to keep that maiden name. Hyphenate. Rosemary Rosie.
Or not.
Should be very floral. Very botanical.
What's her middle name?
I know.
Really
Kimberly says, I named my oldest Susan. She turned 30 yesterday. Well, happy birthday to her.
Who said that?
Kimberly.
Oh, happy birthday.
The question is, did Andrew get Andy or Drew or neither?
I mean, sometimes you tell me that, and I'm like, who are you?
Who are you? My grandfather always called him Andy.
I can always tell when somebody's bullshitting. They would say, oh, I know blah, blah, blah. And I know that they hate when people call them that.
Oh.
So I know.
Yeah. Like if somebody would be like calling me like, oh, I know Bill. He's like that you don't really know me then. Because I don't go by that ever.
And people try. They like really hard to make it like stick. And I'm like, his name is William.
William.
Said just like that.
Marion says the only other Susans I know are older. Laura says Beckham named his kids after where they were conceived.
What are their names?
I don't know
London.
their name. London. Susan Cyril says, OMG, you have a 30-year-old Kimberly. Happy birthday to your daughter.
No, you look so chocolate.
Laura says, Bill. Yeah, you call me Bill. You know you don't really know me.
But when your mom, she calls you Willie sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Willie. It sounds so weird.
Yeah, they're only like it's that like my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother like were the only ones that ever were able to call me Willie. And mostly I went by Will to the family when I was younger. So, and a lot of people, most people knew me as Will. Anna says maybe Will. Yeah, most people knew me as Will. My dad was always Bill. And for a long time, my dad and I, we did not get along. And so I was never, ever Bill. We get along now. But
so this.
Okay, I'm waiting for one more thing. Oh, that is cute. How much is that?
$8.
8.
Harry's.
I know. Usually I do those more, but Andrew's giving you a deal tonight.
We got a bunch of stuff.
I know. We gotta do a show. $8, y'all.
Isn't that cute?
$8. Well, it's kind of. I'm gonna say Ida Bell.
That's black.
kind of, because the face looks more like hers. It's not as round as Gertie, but Gertie's more playful like that. Idabelle's like an attack. She like jumps and leaps and attacks at things. Gertie kind of flips around and frolics with things when she's attacking. So maybe more Gertie.
I'm gonna let me see it again. Show it up.
It's more like Tallulah silhouette.
She's a part of this family too.
Kimberly says yes. Susan is 30. Paulette is 28. Lillian is 21. David is 18. Henry is 17. I gave
How did you pick their name?
I gave all of them an older generation name.
Yeah, you did.
One of my nieces is named Jennifer. Oh, we sold the Harry piece. Thank you. My mom was a Susan, says Anna. She would have been 82 this year. Susan says Kitty. Kimberly says, my mom was a Susan too, Anna. I named my Susan after her. All my kiddos are named after a family member too. Nice. Well, that, y'all, is the show.
You know what? I was not named after a family member, but then it turned out that I was.
What?
Because my brother named me.
Your brother named you.
And it turned out, because nobody knew the family history at that time, and then it turned out that that I was. Because we had that in our family history.
Huh.
And then almost to the day, there's like been somebody born like 100 years before every time. So that was 100 years before me, somebody was born, and 100 years before them, somebody was born, almost to the day.
Oh, yeah.
So the line ends here.
The line ends here.
There can only be one. All my ancestral powers are passed down to me.
Done.
And I was like, I don't think I have any human children.
Any human children? Never donated. Never know. I was named, Marianne says, after my great grandmother and my aunt. That's sweet, Marianne, says Kimberly. Marianne says it's a very Scottish thing to do.
To name after your kinfolk?
My great grandmother, my great grandmother on my mom's side was, I think, Susanna, who went by Susie. Wait, my great grandmother, is that right? Because it seemed like a long history, many generations of Susannas.
That's a very was it Irish name?
And I think one of them, my mom believes one of them was actually Zuzana with a Z.
Isn't that from
Susanna, possibly. They were all Slovak, so it came from a variation of, yeah, probably that. Susan says, if I had been a boy, my name would have been David. My hubs was going to be David, except his cousin David, who was a month older, got the David name. They have the same surname. I was going to be an Amanda Suzanne, I believe. I was going to be an Amanda if I was a girl.
Well, you're not.
I'm not. Kimberly says, it isn't cool when you learn the stuff like that about your family history. Yeah, it was.
Here.
What is this?
Crap ton of memory wire.
Memory wire.
Did somebody want that?
Somebody wanted it.
How much you should
You gonna do another lot?
Sure. Talking about family history.
NML 41. How much you want for that?
$5.
$5 for the whole lot of memory wire.
That's a lot of memory wire.
It is a lot of memory wire for $5. I don't know how much is there, but it's a lot of memory wire.
At least $5 worth.
At least $5 worth. I'm good with Laura. Wait, Laura says, I'm good with Laura and I hate my name.
Why?
My mother claims if I had been a boy, my name would have been Larry.
Dodge the bullet. No, but Cheryl's dog's named Larry.
Larry. Some of my mother's people got anglicized versions of French names. Marie Eugene, Mary Jane. That makes sense. Eugenie.
Huh?
Marie Eugenie, Mary Jane. Oh, we just sold this one.
How you
Memory wire. Oh, somebody just tried to grab the memory wire again.
Gina?
EUGEUGENIE
G. Eugenia.
Eugenie in French.
Oh,
Marie Eugenie.
that's
Eugenie.
that's a Greek name. It means out of the sun.
Mm.
EU is out of, and then GI,
Genie.
Gen, what does that mean? Maybe years, out of the years, out of time.
Out of time. Kimberly says, if I would have been a boy, I would have been Raymond Richard Jr.
Mm.
My parents had 3 girls. Then when I was 18, they got their junior. Whew.
Huh? They got their dream?
Got their junior. 3 girls. And then when Kimberly was 18, are you the oldest, Kimberly? I think you said you were at one point. Maybe I should start going by my Japanese name, Aiko, says Laura.
That's cute. Pick that one.
Aiko.
That looks like
I would totally go by Aiko.
you could pull it off. It wouldn't look like too much cultural appropriation.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you find down there?
Maybe.
Yeah, I know you don't like to end in odd numbers. Kimberly says, I am the oldest. I thought so. So after 18 years, 3 girls, they got a boy.
Oh, good for them.
I know.
It's so weird. I watch these things where the dudes, they look so disappointed when they get told that they're having a daughter.
I know.
Like, you know this is on film, right?
I know.
Literally
There's one
can
that,
see the camera.
yeah,
And they're like,
he gets
picking stuff
all
and,
upset.
like,
And
I was like, if
I said, I hope this is
beat your ass.
I hope this is a skit. But some of them you were like, you can tell.
You know, some of those, though, I wonder, like, if their reactions are real. I was like, because y'all get pranked like every day. Like when they do the makeup pranks and stuff, where they do their eyebrows like crazy,
Uh-huh.
and then they're like, oh,
Oh.
and it's like, no, you bet, you know, you're getting pranked.
Kimberly says, my brother is 4 months older than my Susan.
Oh my word!
So the uncle is 4 months older than the niece, right?
Well, happy birthday to him.
Right?
A month ago.
Let me put this away. Oh, how much is this, Andrew?
What did I hand you?
These.
$5.
Oh, I was gonna say 8. So y'all,
It should be.
NML.
It does
42.
press one.
How much did you say? 5? $5. Okay, I think this is the last one then. Maybe, unless we keep talking here. I figure while we're chatting, we may as well show stuff instead of just. I mean, chatting's fun too, but can't believe we still have all this stuff left.
That didn't fail.
Oh, this sold. I gotta take this away, and this sold. I gotta take this away.
So what you're saying?
What you're saying is all this stuff isn't left. Yes, you're right. They graduated high school together. That's so wild to think about. Graduating high school with your uncle. I know.
But you also.
But are they real uncles in the Philippines? Are they just?
It's a cultural thing to say auntie and uncle.
If they're just a little older. These are beautiful pressed glass, vintage Czech.
Because they try to get me to say that. I'm like, you're not my uncle, you're my cousin. And then I got in trouble.
Susan Cyril says, wow, Kimberly, that happened with my mother's youngest brother and her niece.
How about this?
Oh, we're doing more? It was like having twins, LOL.
When you raised it,
I hope you didn't have to raise your
your uncle,
brother.
your brother. I bet.
I
Because you're well, how old were you?
I hope they joked with each other while they were in school, like, "Hey, uncle," and made people uncomfortable.
Oh, that's cute.
I hope they did that.
I'm sure. How small of a town would you live in?
Yeah, was it a big town you grew up or lived in then, or still same town?
You were. I thought you grew up in North Carolina and then you live in Kansas.
Maybe. I don't remember. These are about 18 by 10 millimeters.
I can't keep track.
I can't keep track.
Obviously. I'm like, who are you?
Who are you?
Where
Anybody
am
else have some wild family stuff?
I? Of course.
Well, Andrew, don't even want to get into all that wild family stuff.
Skip it.
Skip it. Not today, Saint. Oh,
Bonus stage.
I know.
Anyway,
Um, let's see here.
how many of those headphones did I do with it?
There were like 20 or something. I can't remember. May was asking if you had any head pins tonight. I said no. No, but we were in school together. He made it known not to mess with his niece. That's cute. Marion says, my sister often had to care for me if my parents were going out. Yeah, I like every day after school, because that's what Gen X did. We just come home and I took care of my brother, kind of. I was not a great.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
I know. My brother was the heir of a secret family trust, says Laura.
I forgot you had a
I was going to say, I don't even know that I knew that you had a brother.
Did he something? Did he go away when he got all that money?
I know. How big was the trust? Did he just disappear?
Like,
These are head pins by Andrew.
I mean, some of them are a little bit weird.
If anybody, how much you want those? They were $5 yesterday.
They're shorter, but some of them they're thinner gauge wires.
Thinner gauge wire. Some of them are shorter. Some of them are longer.
Some of their balls are not perfectly
Some of the balls are not perfectly on. So they vary about like that.
There's 21.
Let's see. Okay, people are commenting now. Let's see here. Lots of wild stuff, says Marianne. Susan Surreal says, I always regarded my older brother as my third parent. He was bossier than the other two parents.
Who said that?
Susan Surreal. Kimberly says, when my dad retired from the Marine Corps, we relocated to Kansas from North Carolina. I was 19 when I moved.
When did you get married?
Versus it all came out during the court case. He's my half brother, so that's not my part. He has another sister and brother on that side. Susan says, Laura, that's wild, right? Kimberly says, love the color. Yeah, these are the flame polished ones.
They're very rosy.
Rosy red, cherry red. LOL. So far, nobody grabbed them. What? Maybe they're too little. They're too little.
I used to make these for these things. I have this thing called the fuzzy caterpillar braid,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a wrap ton.
A wrap ton. Anyways. Well.
Are you done?
I'm at 43. Do you want to go to, you got something else for 44?
Maybe. I'm both you. These are nice.
NML 44. Wowzer on the head pin, says Susan. Aren't they cool? Oh, these are cool. These were 16. We're gonna do them for 12.
What?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, there you go.
What the heck? Last one for tonight.
You want that to be your last one?
These are vintage glass drops that look like smoky quartz. We had them at 16. That was probably the low price before. $12 now. One strand. Whoa, one strand available. The strand is about 14 inches, and each one of these is about 30 by 20 millimeters. NML 44. Let's see here. And then Andrew handed this. What is this?
Sell it.
Sell it. I need to know what it is to sell it. Looks like a dyed mystery stone.
This do $10.
$10. NML 45. It was at least 18 in there. $10.
Ready to make room.
Let's see here. Kimberly says, I was in a serious common law married relationship and he passed in 98. I met my current husband in 2000. We got married in 2001. He adopted my 2 girls and then we had 3 more. 25 years this year. Wow.
Who said that?
Kimberly.
So you're in a common law marriage.
Serious common law marriage.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Passed in 98. Met my current husband in 2000. Got married in 2001. He adopted the 2 girls and then they had 3 more. Wow. He'd been
That's
through.
why you're already a grandma.
Yeah.
So you got get married young. Holy smokes. Well, I guess it's not weird, like unusual, because like I was talking to my mom. Ooh, you gonna need to put this bags on us another hook. That hook is getting bent all to hell.
Is it?
You do.
It's getting there.
If it's something different, it's gonna be a flat piece of metal sticking out.
This is who knows what kind of stone. I don't know if it's dyed or not, or if it looks dyed. It's a really pretty stone.
That's when the people they don't know and the Chinese vendors and they're like, oh, it's stuff from the Phoenix.
The Phoenix stone. And these beads are 28 by 20. And you get the whole strand of them, $10. $10. All right.
How about these? Pearls.
Huh? I think we're done.
Everybody's asleep.
Well, we've got 16 watching, but we haven't had anybody grabbing anything or even talking about any of the stuff,
Family.
this family stuff. I don't know if anybody's still looking at the show or not.
It's fun for it to look at stuff.
Yeah, but I'm out of room and out of bags. And it's always,
Or a bag, just tell it.
I do. If you give me,
Where is the, you didn't tell me recently.
okay, let's pull this out.
If I just keep adding bags up there, it'll be so annoying.
No, it won't.
Yes, it
Then I'll
will.
always have bags. It's never annoying to have bags. Okay, let's see here. This goes to this one.
Get it to 50 at least.
Get it to 50 at least.
You got to pay for that 5.
I know. Let's see here. This goes over here. There, now pretty color, says Jen. Marion says actually people get married relatively early in North America compared to Europe unless they were royalty. Kim says 44 is so cool. I know it is. I know it is. Oh, we just sold your head pins.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I was with my first at 16. He passed when I was 21.
You are or
Mhm. Okay, let's see here.
Imagine being married at 16.
Well, they
I'm in, what is that, sophomore?
they weren't married. They just got together. He passed in 21. That would be enough time passed for a common law. That was what
Be talking all your business.
I know. I'm trying to.
Tell us
I'm
more.
going back and looking at your age. So we're close to the same age. Yeah, within a few years.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I can't imagine having grandkids
Or anything.
or any kids.
He told me was it last year or the year before? He was like, we should just have kids. I was like,
I don't know if I ever said that.
yeah, you said it more as like subtle and like delicate, like.
Well,
But
because
he was like,
no,
have kids, and then I was like, you're the one that said not to have kids.
mine was more like if we're going to,
He kind of teased it out.
then we should be doing this before we get too old to raise the kids.
Higher. I don't know if it will be like, and then how people parent nowadays.
Can you imagine going to like parent conferences and like
No,
having to deal with some of the
no,
parents
not at all.
and some of the things that go
child was already grown. I
and
told one kid at the craft school, I was like, I could adopt
I
you.
could adopt you.
I said, you could be my daughter.
Oh, we have a daughter now?
You can inherit all the beads.
Because I cannot imagine
She would be a good daughter.
dealing with other parents in the school system right now.
Well, the one she was telling me about how her parents are so mean. I was like, I could adopt you. You can inherit all my beads. And she was like,
How much you want for these pearls?
$10.
$10. Jen says, I feel like I shouldn't tell people this, so here it goes. I will be 70 in a couple weeks.
Ooh, no, don't send me.
No, you do not. I would not have guessed that. Not at all. Oh boy, we're talking Marianne's talking about cousin marriages.
But you get that's the kind you don't tell on the internet. Well, I guess everybody's different.
Susan says, my paternal grandmother married at 35. Her husband was 6 years younger. Secret, they were cousins. Okay, so that's where it came from.
You know, in town though, there's people whose brothers and sisters, and they have the child, and nobody talks about that. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
And it is super awkward when they start having, when they had the Mother's Day thing, and people start talking, and I was like getting nervous.
I
I
know.
was there helping making bracelets. I was like, I gotta go. This is too much town lore.
Marianne says cousin marriages are more common in reality. It's legal in some states and not in others. I think it's true, Marianne, says Susan, especially in less mobile eras.
No, you just keep looking.
You just keep looking. Got to import. Kimberly says, my granddaughter is 7. I was 41 when she was born.
Oh, so young.
I feel like, oh, that was that one. Kimberly says, my husband has been begging me to adopt another one. Not happening.
Who?
Kimberly's husband wants another one. Like, you're done. I'm done.
You go stop at a baker's
Look how
dozen.
pretty these purple are. Look at those pearls.
They don't even get you the cake you like. And they're gonna give you another baby. I mean, if you have it in your heart to do that, then that's good, especially if somebody like needs it.
Susan says, my friend Jean or Jean is 6 months younger than me, and she's a great grandmother of 4.
Oh, so she started young.
Jen asks, secret family trust for Tallulah?
A little bless her.
She's gonna inherit everything.
She's not human.
You can leave things to your cats.
I know, but then you know what? That's not a good idea.
No.
That's like ask them for Game of Thrones, y'all. We were watching Game of
Thrones. $5.
We were watching Game of Thrones and they started making eyes. I said, "That's your cousin. Go avert your eyes.
Avert your eyes.
Look to the left, which is not your cousin. Look to the right, also not your cousin."
These are these little
to pick the one, the blood calls to the blood.
Check glass madeleines or seashells.
Because y'all can't keep yourself under control.
Laura says, I feel like I dodged a bullet not having kids. My friend told me they teach early math with dots and lines.
Good luck.
Susan says, I'm 64. Jen, you aren't old. Marianne says, I have quite a few cousin marriages in my family tree. I'm sure we all do if it goes back far enough.
My family in the Philippines will probably get wild. But you know what? We know when you know better, do better.
Do better, right? Those are luscious pearls, says Susan. These are. They're really pretty. You should yuck that yum. If you're yumming on your cousin, you should probably yuck that yum.
There is a thing called the internet now. I'll sign you up for Hinge myself.
You can order a date.
I know you can get any color, anything you want, pretty much nowadays. You don't even have to seat them. You can order off the internet, and you get a little parcel and
a little parcel and a squeeze too.
And you can just like enjoy, and you can be assured that it's not related.
There is a German Shepherd that is a real estate mogul because of inheritance, says Laura.
Somewhat complicated.
I know. Somebody's going like how does that, how do they leave anything to anyone? Somebody's getting a payout after that.
You know what? Some people who just tuned in are probably like, what the hell did I do?
What did I get into? What are these beads? What's happening?
Cousin love.
This was
that,
this was $12. It's now $6.
It's like when I watched
these lamp work.
The first time I was screaming at the TV.
Oh yes, you were.
My mom,
he could not.
No, she was like freaking out, and she's like, because that's common.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when people start having the lingering eyes. And let's just say doesn't do anybody anything.
May says, I returned after dinner and I'm wondering what is happening. Right. And May, you missed the head pins. Andrew did head pins and you missed them. We'll have more. Jen says, my family stories are more about divorces and remarriages among the aunts and uncles. They mixing it up?
They were like, hey, I liked you at the family reunion.
I liked your wife. Well, I liked your husband.
Well,
let's permanently swap.
You know, whatever, you know, whatever makes y'all happy. As long as nobody's like getting hurt.
Right.
Then go on ahead. You know, when it comes to making the babies, you may
just be careful about making those babies.
Do something different because science tells us that's not always the best idea.
Right.
It's not Targaryen. You don't have to do.
No. Nobody watching this, as far as I know, has an empire that they need to protect with their children.
Keep the blood.
If you do, we've got a good deal on a whole business of beads.
You know what, though? The Kaufmans, they were cousins.
Yeah.
And I said that during a thing, and the people, they looked horrified. They were like, they started looking around at the building around them, and they started getting itchy. And they saw that picture of her when she's young and like sunbathing, and then they're like, oh.
Let's see. We definitely have pedigree collapses. We definitely all have pedigree collapses in our trees because at one point there were fewer people who could be your ancestors.
There's a whole wide world, y'all.
I shouldn't be shocked by the talk here, says May. My great grandparents got divorced, which was super rare. Actually, my grandfather divorced too, says Laura. Musical spouses, says Marianne. I know, right?
It's off my dad.
We've sold 48. Thank you so much. Kimberly says, my factory closed permanently. No more babies coming from me.
Well, your husband's trying to get you to outsource.
I know, now you're outsourcing. Look at these, how pretty these two purples are together. I know. I need 2 more things, Andrew. You wanted to go to 50.
That's like going and you're like, what is we have a human child?
My whole thing is if you still want to have them, we've got to do it.
I'm like, bro,
I don't want to be 60 with a 5-year-old. And that's good for some people. That's not
people with nannies. Well,
yes.
That's people with that they hire somebody to take care of their kids.
Yep. Well, my whole thing with that is if I don't live much longer than that, they don't get a lot of time with their parents. I feel bad about that.
Get the time you get.
You get the time you get.
Life lessons from aging.
How about these? We'll do these partridge shells. We got these here. These were $12. That was the good price. Let's do 10. Let's just see. You all want these?
At a certain point, things do get wild on our age.
I know. We got those. Got those. These are these little shell beads. They remind me of partridges. Beautiful shells. I love this shape. They were $12. That was our low price before. Bringing them down to 10 tonight for y'all. The beads themselves, or the pendants, whatever you want to call them, are about 34 millimeters by 20. NML 49.
But also, I kind of feel like farm communities having their kids.
NML 50.
You know?
Marianne says, can you imagine having 16 to 20 babies?
No way.
No way. Yeah, back in the day, women didn't have the choice, right? He's like, I would have.
They were talking about how many kids my mom are talking about how many kids, and she was losing track. I do as too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like well, whatever. It's always interesting.
Mm-hmm. What you got?
These ones, again, they're not the most perfect ones, but
oh, last lot.
since y'all wanted them.
Head pins. Andrew's making more for you.
These ones I made a long time ago.
And they're various sizes. These are a thinner gauge than yesterday.
I think 24 gauge.
And they've got that fire polished red pink top done naturally with the flame. And huh?
The fire polish is sturdy.
Sturdy, yeah.
If you don't like it, you can get it all, but I'm not doing that.
And we just sold those real quick. Thank you so much. Thought you said cartridge shells. No, partridges. Partridge.
I have those too. I can't believe it's only 11 o'clock there.
I know. This is about as long as we went yesterday with 2 parts, though. So
but no family history yesterday.
No family history yesterday. I almost didn't get my duo done yesterday. Yeah, we ended the live and I started getting it. I was like, oh, it was close.
Well, I'm glad we have a safe space, but this is on the YouTube stuff. I hope y'all don't regret saying anything good.
No. Everybody, I think everybody's fine.
You get emails from a distant cousin.
Distant cousin. A cousin.
Like, I've always liked the cut of your.
Oh, the cut of your jib.
Mhm.
I need 2 more bags, please.
Like, delete.
Delete. All right, y'all. That's it for tonight.
Oh, I'm not for my classes, so they don't get canceled.
Andrew's been posting about his classes. Go sign up, y'all. One is a remote. You can take it on the TV.
But I hope they go because I would like to have you paid.
Be paid. We'd like to do the class.
There's spaces still in Pittsburgh.
Spaces in Pittsburgh. Spaces in New Jersey. Len's coming for Pittsburgh.
Sue Bede, she's gonna be there.
Sue Bede.
Who else is coming? Laurel.
Laurel's still coming.
I think so.
Good.
And then there's other people, at least 2.
Nice.
But it was dangerous precariousnesses about if it would run or not.
Oh.
My touchdown class, I don't know. They keep asking for financial documents. I'm like assuming that it's gonna run because if they make me jump through all these hoops and I don't even get to have a class,
Didn't I get paid?
and then I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us tonight. And we'll be back here. Remember, it's tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll see you then. Have a great one, everyone. Good night.